What's going on? Let's make sure this thing is working. Dang it, I don't have my glasses on. Just looking good, Hood Champ. Okay, I appreciate it, man. Let me put this banner on here real quick. Okay, put this on there. There we go. That's what we need to have on the screen. Get back here to the comment section. It says, hey, Hood family, I can't wait for tonight's stream. I saw the shop. Yeah, man. That Shannon Sharp interview, I don't know what to think about that, but I'm gonna let y'all talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Let me turn the phone number on. When we do these lives, it ain't about me, it's about you all. But I'm telling you, I'm afraid for Pat. Pat better get the hell up out of there. I was really listening to that and hoping to hear something. Yeah, we're up here loud and clear. Cool. I was really hoping to hear something really positive, man. You know what I'm saying? And don't disturb is off. Okay. Go to settings. The incoming calls. Oh yeah. Let me just do that. Yeah, the phone line is open, man. Anybody want to call in and get the party started about where does it sound? About the where is it? Control center? About that interview with Shannon Sharp. Look, I'm gonna tell you, man, I don't know what to think anymore about okay. Yeah, I don't know what to think anymore. I watched that interview, obviously it was recorded probably a couple of weeks ago. But I'm just like, man, what the hell is going on out here, Go ahead, caller.
Press 2.
Go ahead, caller. You there? Hello?
Call from.
Go ahead, caller. You there?
Can you hear me, champ?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Can you hear me, champ?
Yep, I can hear you. What you got?
Okay, look here. Yeah, I watched that Club Shay Shay interview.
Yeah, I watched it. I did watch it.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what. The only thing Claressa did was she just validated everything that Jada the boxer, Jada Davis had said about her. People need to go back and watch all 15 of those interviews that she said about Claressa. And then when Claressa was talking about that she moved in with her coach at the age of 13 years old, and Jada was saying that Claressa got pregnant and had all these abortions back to back. But people need to go watch Jada Davis videos.
Yeah, I've seen some of the clips and I listened to what everybody's been saying over the last couple of weeks. When I watched that, I was just like, man, why did she, some of the things she was saying, I'm like, nah, man, she shouldn't be saying that. That's how I was taking it. Like, why come out here and talk about going in there living with the coach at what is it, 13 or something, when knowing that there's this young lady who's close to you who's out there saying these things were happening. And I just thought I think that whole interview needs to be taken down. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I think it needs to be taken down too. But I've been texting you and stuff because I work with Papoose cousin. And he was saying that he's been, because I really want him to tell the story, but we can't never catch you because your phone be off. But he was saying that he's been trying to break up with Claressa, but she's a cutter. And allegedly, he's the cousin, so he needs to really tell his story. But it's a lot going on behind the scenes with Papoose and Remy. And like you said, Claressa gonna hurt him.
Yeah.
Because things behind the scenes is more than what we know on this internet. It was way more than that. Papoose is playing Claressa. And his cousin is like gonna put it out there.
Yeah.
And allegedly that she was pregnant before when she was in a white Rolls Royce. She was getting out the car. She had that stretchy dress on, and she was pregnant then by Papoose and had a abortion.
Ooh.
Allegedly. Yeah, and then they said that she's pregnant now. Allegedly. So it's a lot of stuff that's going on behind the scenes. And that's why I really wanted his cousin TJ to talk to you. And he said he's been calling you because he wanted to straighten out the people's story in the chat.
Oh
And
yeah.
why Claressa never did sue Jada the boxer. She put all of her business out there, but she's trying to sue the what's his name, the YouTube guy,
Punch Drunk
Boxing, trying to sue him, but yet not one time did she try to sue Jada. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to tell him, we go live at 9. He matter of fact, if he comes on, he just have to let me know in the chat. That way when he calls, I'll take his call.
He be working a lot of double shows. He works for Amazon, but he works a lot of double shows. But Papoose know his cousin TJ. He knows him. And he said he's going to tell it because he's sick of everybody got the story all wrong. So it's a lot of stuff behind the scenes. So you can't sue the truth.
Yeah, no.
He's not with Claressa for real. Allegedly.
Yeah, that's Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that's all I was calling for because I've been, texting you and calling you. I'm a Tasha K fan, one of the winos.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's you guys. Whenever y'all call, y'all divulge a lot of different things that blows my mind, man, and a lot of even the rumors and stuff, which is if there's truth to it, it is what it is. But it's sad if if some of the things people are saying aren't true. But go ahead.
Jada the boxer, she's sitting back letting it all unfold. Jada the boxer, she's sitting back letting it all unfold because she had already said all of this. If you listen to Club Shay with everything that Claressa said, Jada already filled in all the blanks. She's already filled in all the blanks. Yeah. People need to go back and watch her videos. And she's sitting back like, okay, everybody come back to me apologizing. They thought I was crazy because she's all walking with God and all of that stuff. And they said, but y'all gonna see for yourself and watch it unfold. And it's unfolding.
Well, I'll tell you this. Y'all know I don't get caught up in all the mess, but I listen to you all. So when I was watching Claressa Shields' show today, I didn't even know she was doing it. Somebody told me on my live about Devin Haney and Brian Norman Jr. I was like, I'll check it out when I go grocery shopping. So I'm driving and I'm listening to it while I'm rolling. And I'm not hearing her talk about her next fight, all these females that we talk about on this channel, what she has coming up. She was just kind of telling her story again. And the thing she was saying from when she first started talking to Shannon to the interview concluded, I was hearing everything you all said about, well, this person said this and this person said that, and Jada the Boxer said this. And she was talking through her life, and I was like, oh, they talked about this in the chat. They talked about this, and I was like, oh, no. Why would she do this interview? Why would she talk about this?
Exactly.
Why would you come out here and talk about it?
It needs to be deleted.
Oh, they need to.
It needs to be deleted.
I agree. They need to get rid of that interview. That's when it was over. Like they need to delete that because you can sit here and connect the dots. That's what I did. I said, I'm all about boxing. Yeah. But I'm out here because of
video. You put up a short video of Claressa. You put up a short video of Claressa, and if you look at her, she was holding her stomach, and then she gasped for breath. You saw that?
Yeah, I saw it.
Went down in her stomach, and see, Claressa, she's supposed to be fighting in December. But she can't. She has to wait till like February or March because she don't have abortion. She don't have abortion. Everybody is talking about it behind the scenes. Everybody's talking about it. So allegedly she's pregnant, but them family members, they know. And Remy, she knows all the secrets because Papoose is talking to Remy behind the scenes about everything.
Oh man, that's crazy.
That girl gonna get hurt, and I feel bad. I don't feel bad for. No, I don't feel bad because some things that she said in the Club Shay video, talking about that she don't mess with no guy that's talking to another female or whatever. Well, what are you doing now? And she said, "Oh no, I just let them go. I don't deal with nobody that's messing with another woman. You messing with a married man. He's still with Remy. You giving him all of that money. He could have paid for his divorce, but he don't want to sign the papers. That is crazy. He's taking her money, buying her gifts. That necklace he just gave her, that's with her money. The clothes that she wears, that he giving her as a gift, that's with her money. How stupid can you be? Take it to the stupid.
That's that for a fact, or that's just an assumption?
Let's say allegedly.
Oh, okay.
Because because Wynn's record, it was swept under the dust. He only got one artist. That's her. But that's crazy. I'm gonna let somebody else call in, but I just wanted you to know, and everybody else to know, to listen to go back and watch those Jada the Boxer videos, because she's filling in all blanks. And Claressa needs to take down that delete that video interview that she did with Club Shay Shay, because she's all over the place.
Right. No, I think she should take it down for sure. All right. I appreciate you calling in. All right.
Thank you. From Brenda.
Go ahead, caller.
Hey, Tim. I had seen you. I was looking at something today. It's like I put at True Crime with saying 54. Check it out. The lady went into deep detail about when they only have two artists. They meet the girl and Tyrese. And then the man that's over named Ruben, and that's his daughter. She got all kinds of paperwork on it. I had sent it to you. You didn't never look at it. I sent it to you earlier.
Yeah, man. Let me tell you, I don't. When I get off these live, I turn that number. I don't look at this number until I go live. So, and when it comes to the stuff y'all talk about, yeah, when it comes to like what we do here at night, I don't watch none of that stuff. You guys watch it, and it puts me up on it. I may see a clip. I'll be too busy out here doing other things, man. But I appreciate you guys keeping me up to speed. But I did see the Club Shay Shay thing today because I had time. So I mean, I'm abreast of that, and I can intelligently speak on that.
But check her out. She talking about the Wynn place. That's a restaurant where they had their press conference. She got the name and everything, all the little paperwork on the screenshots up there. And the man that's supposed to be running Wynn, he's a convicted felon. He got bad business things. He got about 12 things on there. Check it out. I sent it to you.
All right.
Add to.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Look at it. Okay.
All right. The phone line is open, man. Anybody want to call in and just talk about anything? Boxing, Claressa Shields, cooking food, talk about your pet. You know, that's what this is for. This calling is for any and everything. It's an open line for y'all to have a conversation. Now, the one thing I was going to say, oh, damn, there goes somebody right there. Go ahead, caller.
Good evening. It's Beasia.
Hey, what's up? How you doing, sis?
I'm good. Listen. So I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to go into, right or wrong or anything like this. The perspective I'm coming from is from watching all of them over the years. Meaning, I watch Pat. I listen to Pat. He's a street dude. He's a Brooklyn street dude who chose to be behind the scenes when him and Remy decided to get together. This is not about Remy, but I used to listen to Remy before she went to jail, before all Love and Hip Hop mess. I used to follow Claressa when she started boxing. I love the sport of boxing. So when a female like her, so young, comes along, I follow her. When her and Pat got together, this is when her movie came out, and I watched her movie. So everything she said on Club Shay Shay today was in her movie. Like they tell the story of how she ended up moving in with her coach. She was training for the Olympics. Her coach didn't want her to have a boyfriend. He didn't want her to get thrown off track. She was still okay. She had a story to tell. You understand? And that's her story. And it needs to stay up there because we need her to look back on this. It needs to stay up. This is the story that she told, and this is what it looks like. Even listening to, I heard this morning, I was listening to one of your shows, and the lady said that she knew the family. And the family was one of those arguing families.
Mm-hmm.
So when she gets up there, she's going to brush over, but you could kind of tell what she's coming from when you listen to this lady, what she presented today, and you watch her movie. You could put those pieces together. You can tell that Claressa has been touched as a child. Then when she describes her mother, you could tell that she came from a place that she did not receive love. She did not talk. And people that I know that don't talk when they're kids, they beat your ass. Because they can't talk. That's the only way they could get their point across.
Yeah.
I keep posting on your show, that's her fuel. Well, that's her fuel. And now her fuel is toxic. I'm not even gonna, I don't listen to I'm older. I'm 52. Okay. I'm older. I have sons my oldest son is 34, excuse me. I have a 30-year-old young man. I have a 25-year-old young woman. What Claressa came from, you don't ever expect her to be sweet. Don't ever expect her to be all nice and prissy. She don't even look right in a dress sometimes. You understand? Don't ever expect that of her. She's doing it because she's trying to change her image, but this is the only way she knows how to do it because she refuses to take any guidance from a female. You heard? She's only around men. So now she's going to dress herself in the image that the man that she loves, because she loves Pat. I'm not denying that. And not for nothing, if you know about trauma bonding, that's what that is. And I'm not going to talk down on Papoose because even though he's a street dude, he's actually trying to come from behind whatever he decided to put himself behind the scenes. He was never supposed to do that in his career. But hiding behind a woman, that's your lesson. This is what you get. This is what you get because you thought that was going to be a soft pillow to slide to, and that pillow will turn on you. That's a pit bull. I don't know. Rottweiler pit bull. What is she? But that right there, that's going to hurt you out of being hurt. That's how she likes to display that this is how I get down. She'll see nothing wrong with it. Mentally, she's not there. She's not there. Because everything she goes, when she doesn't know, she tells the same story. And then from that same story, she lets you know what her values are. It's in my Chanel bag. She walks around with her dog on medals. Her medals are in her pocket, in her Chanel bag. Her medals are in her Chanel bag. I value Chanel. I value these medals. I am a two-time world Olympian. I am the best out there. Can't nobody beat me. Say what you want. You can't beat me anyway. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, Pat. Me and Pat. Pat love me. Pat love me. Yeah, Pat trying to slide. When you gonna wake up one day, Pat won't be gone. Because that's how, and I always go astrology on you, but listen. Pisces men, once they realize they don't like you, they gonna wait till you go to sleep. You ain't gonna know. You ain't gonna know. And I'm not gonna act like Pat can't handle her. He like that type. Because Remy wasn't no soft pillow either. But this one right here, this one different. This one different. And he gonna catch it. And that might, we all have lessons to learn. So, what turned out good ain't going to be so good, especially if she's not in shape to fight. And I mean in mental. Because I believe that she could get her body right. I do believe she stopped getting pregnant, because I do believe she was pregnant. That lady that called your first.
Yeah. She said some stuff, boy.
I believe that. I believe that young lady that used to live with her, that came out and talked, that's who she was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Who she said Claressa was pregnant a couple of times, because that's the nature of who she is as well. She want love so bad that she won't protect herself, because she doesn't know her own self-worth. She doesn't know her own value. You understand? If she knew her value, Pat would be divorced. Pat would have done what he needed to do to be with her, because he needed to come up to her level. This is a champion. I'm coming out. She's just coming out. But now everything is clouded by this. And I could not finish listening to her today when she started going into people hating. Everybody hating. Hate. Yeah, they just hating on me. Me and Pat just laugh. Pat's trying to ease his way up out of you before you beat his ass.
Hell yeah.
But I'm not going to say that he don't care for her, because if he didn't care for her, he wouldn't have went with her. You know, so I do believe a man going to be where he want to be. It just so happens that he landed wrong. He didn't realize it, because sugar is sweet until it turns shit. I'm just saying. You understand? So, and I don't think she'd be pregnant fighting. I think she'd be getting abortions a lot. You understand? I'm reading your comments. So, yeah, I think she'd be getting abortions a lot. She does not protect herself. She don't protect herself from anything, not even the people that's around her. And Pat probably owe people money, so she better fight. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to get back in your comments, but she better fight. She's going to have to win every fight. She got to win every fight. And Pat gets a commission off of this. He's already gotten his commission. That's why he's smiling. I mean, yeah, he happy for her. You know, she's fine. You know, he bringing in new artists. It's a new label. So, yeah, it's going to look like mess, especially when you're starting off from scratch, you know. So he got to bring people in. It's who you bringing in. And these are not artists that you need to be bringing into no label. And when she described I heard somebody call it a record deal. So what does that have to do with boxing?
Right. I'm tracking with everything you said.
I'm asking, though, what does the record deal have to do with boxing? You're tying your boxing into your record deal. Yes, you wanted to be a singer when you was probably 5 or 6 years old, but baby, you can't rap. So
it sounds to me like Demetrius Salita and Win Records decide to go 50-50 on the risk as far as her career. Yeah, so that's what it sounds like. It's a kind of joint venture between them, to where instead of Demetrius Salita rolling the dice on her events and whatever else, they said, okay, we're going to come in, but this is kind of how we want to do it. So that's why I'm waiting to see, because right now we don't know. The first event, we're going to see the boxing event. I have a feeling they're going to have different artists performing. They're going to try to turn it into like a concert. But I'm going to tell you one thing about boxing fans. They don't want to hear that shit. Just get to the fight. You know what I'm saying? Now, I hope it works out, but it sounds like they've had some success in her most recent fight, where Win Records came together with Demetrius Salita, and it just sounds, according to them, that they had a huge success in whatever they did. They didn't disclose what they did. So right now, it's just all talk to me. That's why I keep saying it. 90-day mark, 180-day mark, 1 year mark. We'll know what time it is. Right now, we don't know, and it makes for a good conversation.
All right, so where that comes along is Pap is a battle rapper, okay? So he can't get the battle rap right now because Remy got Chrome 23. All the people that he needs to, if you were going to do a boxing hip hop thing, he needed his battle rappers, but he can't get them right now. He can't get them, and the battle rapper is not going to come under certain contracts. That's not guaranteed. So he's picking people that are different than who he really is anyway. So, and then, you know, it's real different what he's doing, but at the same time, he's trying to get his stuff out there. It's not, it's not gonna work to a certain extent. We could be hopeful. Yes, we hope that this works. Because I do not want to see this not work because Claressa is really gonna trick out. I don't want to see that. And she's already suicidal. We're skipping over the fact that the girl is suicidal. And when she experiences real trauma, what does she try to do? Kill herself. But since she can't kill herself, what you think she gonna do? Them fights ain't gonna be fair. So, I don't want to see that. I hope it works, but they just not doing the right thing. Pat, he's bringing her down a couple of notches. Now she got to climb back up, meaning she really got to win her fights. Really. So we could kind of respect her. But she shouldn't be allowed to talk no more. I'm just going to say it.
I agree.
She shouldn't be allowed to talk because she can't, she doesn't, she has her own script in her head, and that's what you're going to hear constantly. And then, until I don't know, because I don't know mentally what it is going up there. She said she was smart, but what grade did she go up to? Did she study after school? Did she graduate high school? You understand? When she said she was getting A's and B's, was that elementary school, or did she finish high school? Did she have a tutor on the road? I mean, because what I'm seeing right now is somebody that only knows how to fight and did not talk. So I don't know what her mental is like for real. Besides, the emotional trauma, her display of it, her knowledge level. She writes, but what do you read? You understand? It doesn't sound like she reads anything that would discipline her. And now I'm going to say it out loud. Since we on your show and I know people listening, Pat is 5%. If you know what 5% is, he should at least be giving her knowledge, wisdom, and some kind of understanding. But even if it go over her head, start slow. But you need to do that so she could kind of know how to talk to the people if she gonna talk. Something. I mean, and it's a shame on him if he not, and whoever listening that know about that, then you know what I'm saying. Right. Shame on him if he not schooling her with his. I'll say this: I don't care about the age bracket, but when you are older man and you dealing with a young lady, you should raise her up. If you ain't raising her up every kind of way, not setting her up, but raising her up a certain kind of way. When you see where she's lacking, then let her go. Because you hurting her. But after that, I'm done. I'm done. Thank you. You're just letting me talk.
Yeah, I'm letting you go and do your thing. Ain't nobody calling in and everybody listening to you. Everybody feeling you in the comments. So go ahead, but if you want to jump back in the comments, you jump back on whenever you jump back on whenever you're ready.
I just had to let that out because that hurt me. I couldn't even finish the interview, huh?
Yeah.
I couldn't. I clicked off the minute she said, "Oh, they hate it. They hate it. This person hated." That's all I kept hearing was hate, 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 hate. Mm-hmm. Like I would have scratched it. Hate, hate, hate. Hate, hate, hate. I was like, "Oh, I gotta go." That is so low vibrational.
All right, let me take this next call. All right.
All right.
Yep.
From Diane.
Go ahead, Diane. You there?
Hello there, Champ. It's me, Sweetma.
Oh.
Sweetma. How are you, Champ?
I'm good. What about yourself, man?
I'm good, thank you. I said, you know what? I kept falling asleep. I was like, let me watch this full interview before I come to this live. But I fell asleep watching the interview. I said, let me just watch the live and then I'll go back and watch. But I did catch the part that you spoke of in regards to Claressa saying that she'll fight a man if he hurts her. Mm-hmm. But the reason why I'm calling right now is because the nice woman that you had on just now, she stated something about Papoose playing behind the scenes with his wife, Remy.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't think that was his choice. I think Remy outshined him. I've watched many interviews between the two, and there were times where he would try to speak, but the interviewer would skip over what he's saying and start talking to Remy. I actually felt a little offended, like, man, they're embarrassing this guy. Like, every time he talks, they'll cut him off and say, what do you think about that, Remy? So I keep watching these interviews just to see the dynamic between the two.
Yeah.
And it seemed as if he was in competition with his wife at the time. Again, like I said, this is my observation from watching interviews. If you guys go back and watch the interviews for yourselves, you are going to probably see lots of red flags. And also, when she would be on the stage, he would grab the mic and play like he did with Claressa while she was celebrating for her $8 million party, whatever that was. I don't know what it was. Seemed like a album release.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what it is the women that he's with outshine him, and now he's starting to shine a little bit more because I guess he's the celebrity, and I mean Claressa's a celebrity too. But I just feel like she's making him more relevant now, and it's getting to his head. If you saw a clip of him counting money, it was so cringy. He was counting $6,000, I think almost $7,000 for this Versace shirt that he wore to the event. And I just said to myself, he didn't dress like this when he was with his wife. I think he's taking advantage of this young lady, but he's not going to see it until it's probably too late. I hope she's not pregnant, but she does give me pregnant vibes. That's all.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. So, I watched the interview, and I was shocked at the things she was saying. I mean, not shocked to hear that she went through that. I mean, life happens to a lot of people, and sometimes life is very unfortunate, especially when it comes to kids. What shocked me was I'm sitting here waiting to hear her talk about some boxing and Shannon Sharp. I expected him to try to talk about some other things outside of boxing, but it was more just talking about the past trauma and getting her to talk about wanting to fight people and being angry, and if someone does this to me, and this one did me wrong, and then she was talking on things, but she wasn't giving the whole story because I was able to stitch together what she was saying and fill in the gaps with what I've been hearing in the lives. And I was just, at the end of that, I was like, why in the world did she talk about all of those things? I think it's good for people to get it out, but I'm going to say, like I've been saying, don't do it out here in the public, because people are going to hear that and they're going to take it and poke you in the eyeball with it. Go talk to someone who's qualified. Shannon Sharp ain't qualified to talk to nobody. He's just out there doing an interview, getting views and getting his little YouTube money and getting his sponsorship money. And that's it. She needs to go talk to some qualified, psychologist or whoever she needs to talk to. Because that shit she was saying today, I was like, okay, I still feel a kind of way about her disrespecting Layla Ali, and she still mentioned Layla Ali and still was lying about that. But I was watching that saying, damn, she needs help. But the part that really got me as a man, I said, what if I was dating someone like this? And I hear them say, it ain't gonna embarrass me, especially here in the public, and talk about fighting the man, and no one's gonna do this, no one's gonna do that. How about to go to the Olympics for some big fight, and the mother was drunk and the door hit her in the eye and cut her eye, and it was black and blue. And I'm like, hold on, if Pap, because of everything she's gone through, she sounds to me like she's at a breaking point. And I want to see her get in the ring and fight Hannah Gabriels and fight Shadesha Green and fight all these fantastic female fighters. But she has a different type of anger in her, man. And Papoose, I'm more worried about him than anyone else, because if he missteps, I'm serious. I'm listening to what she said about the guy she was in the ring sparring who dropped her and how she pulled a knife on him. And just this thing being angry as a young girl and couldn't speak. And fast forward to where we are now, she's so aggressive, like she's never got a break. Like she's never got a break. And I understand it's a lot of self-incurred misery. But at the same time, the more I listen to talk, I'm like, well, that's why she's like that. And I'll tell you what, I believe in, you know, I love the kids and shit, but I definitely wouldn't be, I'd be trying to ease my way up out of that relationship because by this point, Pap should know more than we know. But I think they kind of broke each other's fall. I think they broke each other's fall. But when I look at her from a boxing perspective, I'm like, how is someone like that, with everything she's going through right now, all these rumors floating around and the fact that she doesn't seem to be in the gym, how is she going to come back and continue to be perfect inside that ring, inside that training camp? Because I'm just watching the energy and I'm like, people thought I was joking in that YouTube show. I'm like, no, Pap need to get it. He needs to go before he gets hurt. And that's just how I feel. You know, if he doesn't want to really be with her, he just needs to figure out a way to resolve things and say, hey, let's just go separate ways. He need to figure that out because he's just kicking the can down the road because she ain't trying to hear that shit. I can tell you that right now, listening to her. She ain't trying to hear that.
Wait, but okay, so you say that he should go, but what do you think is going to happen now that she signed that contract?
Well, I'm pretty sure that he thought about that at the time. I'm sure he thought about that. Okay, hey, this is what we're going to do. But he probably was thinking more like, all right, well, I don't know. But for me, there's some kind of contractual obligation. I don't know. That's his role with Wynn's record. It's not like it's a Wynn record thing and he has a position, but they can alleviate him of that position and he don't get anything. So he's not the owner of Wynn record. So I don't really think he matters. You know what I'm saying? Unless he stays on board with Wynn record. So he can be alleviated with no problem.
Yeah, because I would never want to, you know, work with somebody that hurt me. Like 2 years. Mm-hmm. I don't really see Papoose and Claressa lasting for 2 years, but it is a possibility because I've seen other people get into relationships. Like there's this girl on YouTube that is a celebrity now. Her name is Queen Naja. She ended up getting with the guy that lived in his mama's basement, and now he's just living off of her and enjoying his celebrity now because he gets the limelight whenever she goes to award shows and whatnot. And many people used to say they don't think their relationship is going to last. They have a kid together. They don't look happy, but they're still together. So it is a possibility that maybe Claressa and Papoose, for show, because Claressa seems like the type of person that does not want to prove anybody right. So the more people say they don't see that that relationship is going to work, the more she's going to go harder to show that her and Papoose are so happy and in love. Because I even seen her purse from Papoose made an appearance at the interview too. Like she made sure that she put that purse that Papoose purchased her right at the edge of the chair. She knows she didn't have to do that, but I guess she wanted to show, look what my man got me, Gucci bag.
I tell you
really
this.
Sad.
Go ahead.
No, I said it's really sad because, you know, as a person that has seen and been through a lot more than Claressa when it comes to relationships, it looks like Papoose is giving her breadcrumbs, like just to keep her. She probably gets upset and wants to break up with him because I've seen, because you know I pay attention, right? I've seen when she posts stuff that seems like she's saying she's single. And then next thing you know, Papoose is posting her picture and saying how beautiful she is, and then she's back happy again. I pay attention, trust me.
Well, let me chime in on that, right? Because I happen to watch the video, so I'll comment. Normally, you know, I don't comment on it. I just let y'all talk. But she said a whole lot about her appearance and how she knows she's good looking and men want her. And this and that. And I was sitting there listening and I'm like, what is she talking about? So the fact that you said something about her posting stuff that may suggest that she may be single, that tells me that she wants attention. She desires attention. And that helped me understand her more, where she's always trying to draw attention to her butt. During the interview, she was talking about her butt again. And
Oh my God.
I'm trying to listen to her. She talked about so much, but I'm like, I thought she was trying to connect with the audience. And just when you think she's going to go down a path where it's like, okay, we're going to learn some more about her, she kept taking in a direction where it had me scratching my head like why is she doing this interview? So I personally, I think they need to take that shit down. That's just me. I don't think it helped her, but that's just me. I'm one of maybe 1 million people, maybe 999,000 people feel that, you know, that was a perfect delivery by her. I don't. This is just me. If she was a friend of mine or a family member or just an associate's child, and they were like, hey, talk to her. I would have sat there and been like, yo, you need to talk to this guy about the questions he's going to ask. And we need to sanitize these questions. And this here, yo, don't talk about that. Don't talk about that. If you're really worried about your brand and stuff like that, you know, and don't come off aggressive. She couldn't help. Like, that's just in her. That's just in her to be aggressive and talk about whipping somebody's ass. That's like 25% of the interview is about whipping somebody's ass and beating somebody up. And if you do something to me, and I'm like, what are we doing here? So yeah, I don't know, man. That's just my 2 cents.
You know what? Now that you bring that up, I don't understand how come Papoose, maybe he is. Let me stop. Why is he not guiding her? In my opinion, he's not doing his job because she said that he's the only one she listens to. So he should have been the one talking to Shannon and saying, hey, don't ask her anything about former relationships. We don't want to talk about pregnancy. We don't want to talk. Like, he should have did that. And I will say this, even though I didn't watch the full thing, I watched the beginning. I'm like, damn, I like this girl. Like, I feel for her. I feel bad for her. But then I'm like, she's not likable. But watching the interview and hearing her past, it makes me have like a soft spot for her. But then I remember Claressa is putting on she knows what she's doing. When I say she's putting on, her confidence is I think it's she's using the confidence as a mask. Because the way you just said that she was talking about how good she looks, and I heard her say that many celebrities be trying to holler at her, men always want her. I heard that part. And then I'm just like, that's not something normal. That I'm not even used to, like, women that are like Instagram baddies. You know, those girls that just model-esque women. They don't even talk like that. I don't see any woman that's like a 10 go that hard to try to convince people that they're wanted. Yeah. It's a mask.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so, I mean, yeah. I agree with you.
And I think the whole thing, like you said, the Shannon interview, he's doing this for himself. He knows that if he asks the salacious questions and gets her to talk about certain things, people that are not really into the boxing, that's more so into the drama, are going to tune in. Because she didn't really talk about, I did hear her talk about Terrence. I didn't really hear her talk too much about it. But again, I missed a whole hour. So I'm going to go back and watch it. I'm going to see. But according to what you're saying, I do see she does need help. Because that interview had me see just trauma after trauma after trauma. And then you're now with Papoose. Is Papoose helping you through this? Does he talk to you about going to therapy? Is he trying to help you heal? It looks like he just eats lots of snacks with you and gets you off of your... Listen, she was on her monthly, she says, in that photo where it looked like she was pregnant, right? Mm-hmm. Why does her stomach still look like that? Is she still on her monthly? Is my question. Because the celebration that they just had, she looked like she was pregnant there too. So is that the same excuse that we had for 2 weeks ago? That's all.
I hear that, man. But I'm just saying, man, for me, I hear her with that loud laugh, like a cat and shit. And I'm like, yo, yeah, go ahead.
I love when you say
But
oh
when,
my gosh, I need to turn that into a soundbite. That is so funny.
but when she start with that loud cat calling Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde laugh, I hear somebody saying, help me. That's what I hear. Help me. I hear hurt. I'm watching that and I'm like, damn, man, it's just, 6 months ago, I'm talking about how Claressa Shields is whipping ass and this and that, and she should be a gazillionaire. The Layla Ali shit dropped. And I'm like, I start looking at her different because I'm like, oh, all this happened? And it's just continued to snowball and compound the things I'm learning about it and the negativity. And I'm like, this isn't good. But for me now, I ain't gonna lie, man, I'm concerned. That's why when I watched that interview today, I was like, okay, me being 50 with my background, I'm like, if I had the opportunity to sit down and talk with her, first of all, I wouldn't interview her. It'd be an organic conversation. And I already know certain things I wouldn't ask her. Like the subscribers on my channel would probably get mad at me, but I wouldn't walk her into traps. You know why? Because I know she likes to talk. I know she likes to talk. You can get her, if you come and you make her feel a little special, if I say something like, hey, how you doing, Claressa? Damn, your skin, I didn't know your skin was that pretty, man. You have really nice brown skin. I see why they called you Coco as a kid. She would open up. And next thing you know, I could get anything out of her I wanted. Anything. I'm like, man, you're so articulate, you're so nice. You know what? Yo, your energy is different in person. But, I know the kind of things to say because I could sit there and make reads. I used to do that shit back in the day when I used to be on the duck hunt. I used to be out there on the hunt. I know just what to say and all that shit, man. And be like, oh, she done dropped that guard. Next you know, she's going to drop them goddamn drawers. But I ain't like that no more. You know what I mean? I've been rehabilitated and I'm a much different person now. I'm married with kids. But I still know how to sweet up a woman and to get certain things out of them. But when I watched her today, I'm like, why was he asking her those things? You trying to help her or hurt her, And I just feel it was sad because really somebody said it, Pat being 47. And I'm way off of boxing now because now I'm talking about all the bullshit and shit. But I definitely feel, man, get a hold of her and help her. Don't push her out there to the public as much until she gets some things resolved. Because for her to come out and talk about some of that, he should be like, nope. Now, this is just my opinion. They're going to do it. Be like, nah, don't talk about none of that. None of your personal stuff to nobody. Let's go and talk to somebody and where it's confidential. It stays between you and them. And it can't go out of there. The HIPAA Act and everything, anything going on with you and this doctor, it stays there. That's what I would do. I wouldn't have her go on no show talking about her past and having to think this is helping to inspire young children. Nah, come talk about your story once you are 100%. And I would be like, no, I would shut that down with the quickness. Don't talk about nothing. Like my wife and I, we always be chilling. But when she have her little friends, I'd be like, yo, don't ever talk about nothing about you, about me, about nothing in this house. Because these people who you're talking to right now, next week, y'all ain't cool. Now they know your personal business. So just be careful. That's why I don't talk shit to nobody. I've had people like, hey, so what about so-and-so? Like, I don't know, you got to ask me. Don't ask me nothing about my wife. Don't ask me nothing about my kids, man. I don't have nothing to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know how to take that. I know how to pivot that conversation elsewhere. You don't need to know nothing about me, nothing. I had somebody send me something in my comments. I get some couple ladies who say a little wild shit to me, man. I just be ignoring it. But one of them was like, oh, where's your wife at? I'm like, where's my wife at? I'm like, how about I show you where this block button is on this goddamn comments? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? You don't need to know where nobody's at. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you go floss and brush your effing teeth? But, some people don't have that quality about them, man. You can't talk your business, but I think Pat is dropping the ball in that department. I really do.
The way you describe that sounds like a real man protecting his woman. You guide her.
Yep.
You guide her. What he's doing, I don't know what. It just seems like it's ruining her. I'm not gonna say legacy yet, but it's just ruining her reputation being with this guy and just watching him.
just interact with her because, like I said, when he, no, did I say this? Okay, when he embarrassed her with the kissing, and, you know, there was one time where he was driving a car and she was singing to him and she reached over to kiss him and you kind of see he moved over. He's embarrassed her many times. And on this interview, she mentioned something about public embarrassment. And I'm like, that's exactly what you're going through. Every time we see you with this guy, somewhat, some way, how he's embarrassing you. Also, do you notice when Claressa wanted to clear up the fact that she wasn't trying to holler at Papoose? She's like, don't listen to him. I wasn't the one in his DMs or something like that. She tried to clear that up. What else? I do believe that Papoose strategically did what he did to get with her, because there was an interview with, I forgot their names, Willie.
Well, she said, Wallow and Gilly. But she said what happened today. But go ahead.
Oh no, I know that it was just she was inviting him or whatnot. But the way Papoose said it on Wallow and Gilly, it had a lot of people think that she was trying to holler at him first. But what Papoose said on Wallow and Gilly that was a red flag to me was, he said that he was watching Claressa while she was interacting with other people, and he stepped in and tried to protect her and was like pushing people away and, you know, whatnot. I think that's what got Claressa to be like, wow, I mean, damn, this is a real man. He's protecting me. And then he waited until everybody left so that he could talk to her after and take a picture with her after. I think that's what kind of had her open. Do you know how you just said, when you had me say, damn, you're good. How you said if you were to be interviewing her, how you would like say something to trigger her to do something?
That's what Pep did.
Or say, yes, okay. That's exactly.
I know. When I listened to her talk today, I knew the play. I said, that's what I knew exactly what he did.
Man, the way you described it, I said, damn, that is manipulation. But I didn't really think of it that way. Because, okay, when you were like, you would have started off by saying, man, Claressa, you're much nicer than all these people, you know, how they portray you out. That's going to trigger her to be like, talking about all the stuff that she's experienced with people and whatnot. I didn't realize that. Just like with Papoose, he sat there acting like he's protecting her, pulling people away from her to make her feel like, damn, that's a real man. Ooh, googly eyes. He knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's probably why she decided to DM him the picture. Just to, you know, he asked her out to dinner after that was his, and telling her she was cute. You heard that, right? He was like, yeah, he told me I was cute, and he said this.
Yeah, I listened to it. I knew the move. Him going up and saying, hey, nice to meet you, champ. I'm a fan. My name is Papoose. That ain't no different than being in the club and seeing a little honey that's watching you, or you kind of watching her, but just walk really close to her. You got a drink in your hand, but you walk really close to her to where she can see you live up and direct, and you flirt. That ain't nothing but flirting. That's just getting a feel. I call that shit the fishing expedition. You trying to hook that fish, and it worked out. So that's all that was. He was just testing the waters, and you know she went for it.
Okay, well, see, maybe you probably, because I don't see you as a predatorial person to try to use somebody.
Nah, I ain't never been like that.
So maybe you were fishing, but I think Papoose is praying.
Right.
You were fishing, Papoose is praying. He prayed on that girl because all the trauma that she's experienced, all that. Let me tell you this one thing you probably don't know, because obviously I'm into the drama aspect of it all. Do you know Claressa had went
What's up, Hannah Gabriels?
Went on CBS to announce her deal, and she was going off on her cousin and talking about how terrible this cousin was and whatnot. Well, the cousin actually responded and made several videos on Facebook. And from what she's saying, it sounds like Claressa has a child. Now, if anybody's interested, if anybody wants to know, I'll post it for you.
Yeah, post the link.
I was saying to myself, should I post this? Should I not? Then she started saying more things. Now, you see that best friend that she has that's always with her now?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Claressa doesn't really even like the girl. And she was recently talking junk about the girl with her cousin. And the cousin is like, try me, Claressa. Try me. I'm the one that taught you how to fight. She's like, I'm the one that taught you how to fight. And now you disrespecting me? And then she was talking about how Claressa will control the family using money. So, for instance, she puts the sister in the house, but the sister doesn't have anything other than just the house. The sister wanted to get a GoFundMe because she was struggling financially. So the cousin basically is saying, Claressa is going to do for you, but for instance, she gave me a car. The car doesn't work. So I had, she gave somebody in the family a car, but the car doesn't work. So this person has to figure out how to get the car fixed. She just basically controls them when it comes to materialistic things, finances and whatnot. And she's like, Claressa's not helping nobody or putting nobody into place. What she does is she buys for you, and you have to depend on her to be able to sustain whatever it is that she purchased for you or gave you as a gift. So I think that's a bit abusive in a way. But the sister, she calls herself Claressa's sister, the cousin.
Mm-hmm.
She said a whole lot more, and she goes, the baby, she's like, you don't want to talk about that, do you?
Yeah,
you don't want to talk about the child, do you? She's like, don't push me, Claressa. So she's like, I bet you don't want nobody to know about that. So if you're interested, I'll grab it. Hopefully she didn't delete it.
Yeah,
I was
you could text it. You could text it to me, and I'll check it out. Or post it in the chat. There's a lot of people in the chat who want to, or in the comments or wherever. There's people who want to see that, and it's interesting to me, man. It's interesting.
Yes, and on TikTok, I'll send this to you on TikTok because I follow you. She was talking to somebody, and I guess voice notes, and she talked about Papoose, and she said Papoose is using her. She can't see it. The cousin who says that Claressa's her sister, she said Papoose is using that girl, and she's stigmatized. Excuse my language.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna send that to you too.
Okay, cool.
I hope somebody else calls in. I really want to hear you guys' thoughts.
Yeah, they're calling, but I tell you, when you talk, I'll let you talk.
Oh, thank you so much for allowing me to talk. And to the people that are calling in, I apologize for taking up so much time. I just enjoy this live. So
yeah,
let me go listen to other people.
Okay. All right. I'll talk to you. All right.
Thanks.
Bye. All right. The phone line's open. But yeah, it's interesting. So, Claressa Shields, no one's been able to take her down in the ring. So when it comes to that boxing, she got all the control in the world, her professional life, but the personal life. And that's really important when it comes to these fighters, men and women. It's for anybody. Professionally, you will start to struggle, man. It's inevitable if your personal life is in disarray. That's not a matter of, this is the strongest, only the strongest survives kind of thing. No, if your personal life is in disarray, at some point in time, your professional life will collapse. And what I'm hearing, and I'm going off a lot of what Claressa Shields was saying, I'm like, man, that ain't good. At some point in time, I think she's going to explode, even if it's not with the Papoose situation. At some point in time, when you have that kind of fire inside you, that kind of anger, that kind of, and I say trauma because she's come out here and she's divulged that to us. You know what I mean? I'm not out here, out here trying to, turn over stones to find little clues and negative things about her. I want her to win. If she would have never had anything to say about Layla Ali, I would have just been sitting here just kind of watching. But The reason why I was turned off from her is because of the disrespect to Layla Ali and Muhammad Ali in particular. But I've always noticed that she was kind of aggressive, kind of obnoxious, arrogant, disrespectful, bit toxic, right? A lot of different adjectives to describe her, the way she conducts herself. But when I'm looking at it now, I'm just like, this is just a bad situation, man. You know, and I'm gonna keep saying, I think when she returns to the ring, man, I don't know if she's gonna win the next fight. I just don't. I just think things are gonna continue to get worse. And it's crazy that she has so many people who are close to her, and she talked about the suicide during that Shannon Sharp interview. My thing is, if you have all these people close to you and they're trying to tear you down, when is she going to result to trying to hurt herself? Go ahead, caller.
Hey, Hood, how you doing?
I'm good.
So, yeah, I did a deep dive the other day, and I was looking at Papoose and Remy Ma's kind of just their journey, and they really seemed like a loving couple. Now, you talking like 10 years ago, you know, when she had first got out of jail and everything. But he's like a whole different person now, and people do change over 10 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to take that into account. I get that part, but the core of a person usually kind of stays the same as far as like he was very protective over her by her just getting out of jail. And Remy is a hothead too now. She's a real hothead. She actually was a bully. I didn't care for Remy back then because she seemed like a bully. But anyway, he had to kind of watch her as far as like the things that she would get into and the people she was around because he didn't want her to get any trouble. And when I say he was on her like a hawk, because he was being protective over his wife and he didn't want her to get in any kind of trouble. And I said, well, you look at that, and that's right. That's what he was supposed to do, right? Now, you look at that, and if he really loved that girl, Claressa, if he really loved her, he would be the same way with her being a world champion. He would be this much protective over her if he loved her to death, like you said, I love her to death. He would be better about her. I understand he hit the man in the nose with the book and all of that. That's because he was in public and people was around, and he kind of, you know, what you gonna do? You gonna keep letting them do that, as you know. So he did that. But overall, with the way she is carrying on, Papoose don't carry on like that. He's not a guy with a big mouth. He know how to contain his words and use them correctly. So for him to let her fly off the way he does, I just really feel like it's not genuine. Also, he got hurt. He was hurt by Remy. Ego, pride, all of that. With the whole cheating thing and you know, men are different with that. You know, men can cheat and expect women to just have tough skin and get over it because what? Men cheat, right? Yeah, okay. Like when it happens the other way around, men have a very hard time with that. And I feel like this round, he's not the same. No woman will ever be able to call him broke again, even if he get it off of her blood, sweat, and tears. He is different. I see it in his face, in his eyes. He's a different man, and he's not so much thinking with his heart. He's thinking with his head now, which I mean, you know, there's anything wrong with that. But at the same time, he's dealing with a real gullible girl.
I hear you. I hear with everything you said.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You got anything else?
No, that's about it. I just see a difference in him. I really do. And that shirt he had on, I'm gonna kick his butt myself.
Right. All right. Well, I appreciate you calling in.
All right.
All right. Take care. All right. Yeah, Hannah. Hola, mi hermano. Yeah, man. Buenas noches, hermana. Glad to see you in here. Glad to see you doing okay, man. Makes me smile whenever I see you pop up in the chat because you don't, you could be anywhere, man. You're a champion. You come to my chat to listen to us talk. So I just want to tell you thank you, man. I hope you and the family are well. All right, man. That phone number is open, 210-642-9703. We got another hour and a half of conversation, so I want to hear from you all. You guys call in. Let's talk about Claressa Shields, the interview with Club Shay Shay, and talk about anything else y'all want. Remember, this line is open. Y'all can talk about anything. Y'all can come out here and start talking about Scooby-Doo and shit. Whatever y'all want to talk about. That's why we do this show. It makes it funny. And it's really entertaining. But, yeah, it's scary, man. Very, very scary, man. I want to see what's going to happen next. And she was talking about making a weight cut, so she's aware. She's aware of the things that are being talked about from this audience. I'll tell you that. Go ahead, caller.
Yes. I was just calling. I just tuned in. I don't know how much y'all have discussed already, but on Club Shay Shay, did you hear her mention about basically? I guess people was right about she would put hands on Pap if he was to leave her, because she said that she's not gonna have no grown man to play with her heart or none of that. She's not going. And so Shay Shay was asking her. So what you basically, if you would hear what she said, look them like I'm not gonna have no grown man to play with me. So yeah, Pap need to watch out because she will put them hands on him if he try to leave.
Yeah, we were talking about it. That's what it sounded like to us. But that's actually what she said. She said anyone try to embarrass her, especially in the position she's in now as a public figure.
Exactly.
Yeah, she like, And I could understand. My thing is, I may tell my son, right? My 15-year-old Joker always be running late for school. And I may tell him, man, get your ass down here, man. I'm gonna mess around and break your damn neck. That don't mean I'm gonna break his neck. That's just, talking to him. But when I listen to her say that shit about, beating a man's ass, if he humiliates her, especially if he embarrasses her or does her wrong or something about, I was like, if that was me, I heard a warning shot. Whoa, that's what I heard. I'm like, Pat better be careful. I heard, it's like Martin Lawrence had that show. I always joke about on the live, thin line between love and hate. That's what I was like. Man, he better be careful. That's that thin line between love and hate. He better be careful. But it's just all around bad, man. As much as I'm rooting for her and him, I'm just being honest with you, man, because I want to see her. I want to see her have a healthy personal life so she can go out here in the ring and be 100%. Because I want to see her fight Hannah Gabriel, fight Shadesha Green, fight Franchon Cruz. You may not know all those boxers' names, but I want to see her fight all those women. But I don't want her to get in there and end up losing because she wasn't at her best because of what's going on. And I just think what's going on now is just a distraction. She can say it's not, but normally when a person's telling you how my life is good, my life is great, my life is this, a lot of times it's not. And I'm telling you from experience and dealing with a lot of people, man, where they're telling you one thing, and then when you actually peel the layers back, you see what's going on. You get to the nucleus of the problem, you're like, oh, hell, all this shit was going on? Didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. It's like having a child that pissed the bed. He just pulled a blanket over the pissy bed. You're thinking the bed is made up. You go up there later, the whole room smells like piss and urine. You pull the blanket back, you're like, whoa, all this was underneath there? And that's just what I feel is going on. But I wish him the best of luck. I really do, but it seemed a little scary. All right, the phone line is open. 210-642-9703. It is open, man. Y'all more than welcome to call in. It's all about you all. But I'm just telling you, man, it's wild. Just sitting there listening to that interview, man. I saw she did one with Akin Barak. I see that you guys posted it. I saw it. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I did see that she did one with Akin Barak. But I was waiting for her to talk about when she's going to get back in the ring. But she didn't really talk about that, but she did talk about, having muscle. See, that's the other thing. She talked about returning to the ring at 175. She didn't say when, but she was also talking about her traps and her muscle. And when I'm listening to that, I'm like, man, I don't see why she would. This is just me. Why she would want to be a heavyweight? She already checked the box, became undisputed at heavyweight. Why not just go back down where the real competition is? But I think it's hard for her to get down there. And I also think that maybe she feels being kind of voluptuous, borderline robust. Maybe that makes her feel a kind of way with her appearance. You know what I'm saying? Because she also mentioned, again, this is me just watching the interview. She talked about a lot of things. We covered most of it, but about her hips. But then she talked about maybe not having so much upstairs in the chest. And maybe by the weight she gained, maybe the chest kind of filled out a little bit for her, and maybe she feels happy with that. But I've heard her on multiple occasions draw attention to those areas of her body. And for me, I'm like, man, I wish I could actually have time to talk to her away from the camera. And I would tell her what my dad told my brothers and I. We were young kids, man. We weren't even 10 years old. He like, yo, don't ever question the way God made you. My dad told, I mean, from little kids, my brother's 4 of us, 4 boys. I don't have any sisters. We used to hear that shit. Yo, never question the way God made you. You somebody. Where you stand, you belong. Anybody walking towards you, if it's mutual, you guys can go around each other. But if they don't get out the way, he like put your foot through the effing chest. And that's just how I was raised. And I probably dropped a little bit of that on her, like, you okay the way you are? Why are you worrying about what God made you? Something about getting some work done to her, man. I was driving, I heard her say something about getting some work done, and she was just talking about different things, something about her nose, and I'm like, what the hell? She don't need to do all that, in my opinion. Go ahead, caller. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? You working?
Absolutely. So I ain't gonna be on here long. But listen, I seen that interview with Claressa Shields and Shannon Sharp. I did see it, and listen, I'm gonna tell you some of the things that she said I resonated with. A lot of the like hardships and things I resonated with. But at the end of the day, when you make a decision as a grown person, and let me tell you something. When I say grown, I don't mean like age, because sometimes you're up in age and you're not grown. You're not grown. The relationship with her and her newest mate, I'm still looking to see if it's comfortable. You said 6 months, right? You said 6 months out, right? Like you said, right?
Right.
All right. Okay. So listen. So I'm trying to see that too. I consider Michigan by way of Arkansas. I do not know Claressa Shields. Child, I am 54 years old. I know her by way of she came from my city, and she did do a lot for the city. She's done a lot for the city. The reason why I'm kind of like, I see after Remy Ma put that post out, but even before Remy Ma put that post out, I see that the tragedy, I can't deal with it. Just can't deal with it. I don't know this young lady. I'm from her city, but I'm 30 years her elder. I can't deal with the cockiness though. It's I feel like because of where she came from, she should always have that humble spirit. And that's what I'm saying, and that's what I mean. But anyway, I think that Shannon Sharp interview today, I resonated with a lot of things she said. People do go through trauma events, but at the same time, when you go through that, you have a right to stand up for the people that, when you move past it, when you have moved past it, you got to stand up for these people too. And I think she's backtracking. And that's the part that I don't like. And that's why I always say when I come up here, I just want her to be more humble. And that's it, that's all. Y'all have a good night.
All right, we'll talk to you.
Yes.
Okay. She said, Papoose playing with that girl heart. Damn, boy, I can't even put the phone on fire. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Who's this?
All right.
Go ahead.
This is Mr. Big.
Somebody pranking. Go ahead. What you got? You eating Popeye's chicken?
What are you talking about? Somebody pranking? Who's pranking who? Come on, give me a chance.
All right, shoot. Go. You got the floor.
You're too judgmental. That's your problem. Wow. What I'm saying is it's time that I stepped into the ring. I would take care of all of this. You're talking out of your ass. You got no idea what's going on. I would take both of them out. One fish behind my back and the other one lodged square up his ass.
So you think you could take Claressa Shields?
Damn right I could. And I could take you too. And when I'm done, I'll spray it all over your forehead.
All right, man. So how was your day, man? How was it? How was your day? How was work?
Yeah, it was okay. I can't complain. Fair to middling. How was your day?
It's good, man. You know, busy as always. So what you think about what you think?
No, hold on a second. Let's break this down. You said you were busy, but were you really busy? What do you do?
I do a lot of things, man. I got a lot of pokers in the fire. They stay hot. They never cool off. So I'm always doing something, man.
Name one. I'm asking you to name one poker, jackass. What's one thing you do for money?
I hang up on people, man. Enjoy that Popeye's chicken, Cletus. Go ahead.
Yes, hi, this is Danita from Sacramento. I was calling because I watched Shay Shay, her interview with Shay Shay. And I just want to say this for every woman in the chat. I want y'all to pay attention to something. Claressa Shields, I heard the lady when she was talking about his cousin, said she was pregnant. That girl is pregnant. And I want every woman in that chat to pay attention to what I'm finna say. Claressa Shields has small breasts. When you get pregnant, your breasts enlarge. Check out her breasts in that interview.
That's why I said I didn't think about that. You're a woman, I'm a man, but I did say that the extra weight. I thought the extra weight was because it looked like her, for her breast was a little bit full. Remember, I just said that, but you say so. Your observation is from a woman's eyes. Yeah, I didn't put that together.
Yes, just look at now. You can look at all her pictures from months prior. She has small breasts. Now you can even see the when she was sitting down. You can see the roll in the stomach. You can see it just as clear as day. And her breast was, I was saying, oh, she is pregnant. And when the lady said what his cousin said, I said, oh my God. And then another thing I want to say, she just signed with Wayne Records. Do she realize how much time she has to spend in a studio? And she has to pay for that studio time. You just don't go in for one set and no. You got to do take after take after take after take. Why do you think these rappers be so exhausted? And you talking about training? No. And then what she said, I'm gonna hit you on to something now. I'm 66.
Go ahead.
Hit you on to something.
All right.
When she said that before she fight, now she's supposed to have a fight coming up, what, February? When she said she has to get her body together, that's after she have an abortion.
Oh.
She got to get that body back in shape. Yes. Yes. I said, oh my God. So that's all I want to say. Let me finish watching.
All right. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Okay, Chap. Have a good evening.
All right. You too. Damn. Somebody just cracked the case wide open, didn't they? Because you remember a couple of days ago, I was saying, why is she not back in the ring? You know, we out here, man. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Because I'm out here like, she should be back in the ring. We out here thinking that Papoose, we don't know what's going on. It's just a conversation, right? Assume, speculate, dialogue, make predictions. But man, all this time away from the ring and waiting until next year to fight, when you think about all the stuff that's floating around, the rumors and what's true, what's not true, maybe there is some truth to some of that stuff. Damn. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Anyway, I know somebody was calling. Phone number is 210-642-9703. Go ahead and feel free to call back. 1017. I ain't going nowhere no time soon, man. We're going to sit out here and keep this rolling. Hannah says the Lord has great ways to have their daughters and sons fight each other. Yeah, no doubt, man. I always enjoy seeing Hannah in here, man, and all the time. That is crazy. And if y'all can hit the like button, we had almost 260 people in here. It's fluctuating between 209, 210, and like 250. If y'all can hit that like button, I'd appreciate it. And anybody leaving donations, free my grandma and everyone else, I see it. I want to tell you thank you. I appreciate it. You know, when people aren't here talking, I try not to interrupt them, but that could be why she's not, you know, getting back in the ring. You know, it could be. We may have solved the case over here, just over here having conversations. But hopefully she gets back in the ring soon. That's crazy. But even I noticed that today when I was paying attention, because that's one thing I noticed. She always has a really athletic build. And the biceps, the abs, and, you know, since she turned to heavyweight, she still never had the chest, you know what I'm saying? She still looks strong, but I did notice that today. But who knows, man? You know what I'm saying? Could just be from the weight gain, going from 154 to one. She may be 200 pounds now. I don't know. You know, so maybe that could affect it too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But interesting for sure. You know, very interesting. We are the new Hoodettes. The new Hoodettes. Hannah, let me get down here. Yo, free my grandma, man. Again, I'll tell you, thank you, man. I really appreciate it, man, for real. I did not know this was the subject. I'm not being nosy, just chatting with the beautiful people in the chat. Yeah, you know, this chat here is wide open. You know what I'm saying? Wide open. Okay, so where are we at here? That guy who called in, that shit was hilarious, man, with the jokes. Where is it? What's going on? What's going on, man? How you doing? How you doing? That phone line is open, 210-642-9703. I'm getting through the comments right now while I'm talking to y'all, man. Just getting through the comments. So I guess that comes with the territory when you got a line and people call in, they want to prank you. I should start charging everybody $1. They'll stop calling with the bull crap, man. Pac make videos. Yeah, I don't know. He just doesn't strike me as the kind of person to do that, man. To just be nefarious. But then I don't know, man. I don't know. Hopefully not. Hannah Gabriel's, yeah. Free my grandma. You're a fan of Hannah Gabriel's, huh? Go ahead, caller.
Hello, hi. I just wanted to say, I did see that Claressa was on the Club Shay Shay. I didn't watch it. I'm not going to watch it. I'm an older person myself. I can't do it anymore. I was trying to. I can't stomach listening to this young lady ramble on anymore. But I did hear somebody, I'm not sure if it was you or another one of your listeners, where she was, somebody was saying that she was talking about her looks. And it seems like that's like just I think I spoke about that before when I called, just, you know, the thing about her looks. And obviously that's the area where she seems to be, she's confident about her, but very, very insecure about her looks. And it's just like she's trying to, you know, I don't know if it's some type of shared psychosis or whether she's trying to, you know, make us believe that, she's also pretty and she's so good looking. And I've heard her refer to her looks many of times, you know, my sexy self, and I hate when people call me ugly. And so I've seen the pictures of Claressa when she was younger. And one thing that we do as Black people that I cannot stand, we gas people up. If they get a level of fame and popularity and put on some makeup and hair and filter, we will begin to tell you, you are gorgeous, you are this, you are that, you know, all this, that, and the other. But in reality, we know, and Claressa knows, that on the streets of Flint, Michigan, when she was younger, pretty was not what they were calling her. You know what I mean? We know that. And so I don't know why we gas people up and tell these, astronomical lies to one another. And of course, we don't want to tell somebody that they're unattractive or anything like that. But the way we gas people up is just absolutely ridiculous. And so now this young lady seems to be just, like, I don't like when people call me ugly. I'm pretty. I'm this. Like, it's just like, stop it. You know what I mean? Just stop it. Or it's giving very much cringe worthy. You're making us look at you. You're making us, it's just getting, I can't watch it anymore, and I will not. As far as Papoose is concerned, you're a man. You could speak to this better than any of us. Men don't heal from being cheated on like that. I know for myself, my own experience with being with my son's father on and off for 10 years and being, domestic violence and being cheated on. And I'm quite sure he didn't think I had sense enough to cheat because I was just so loyal. But when it did happen, he could not bear it. He just couldn't bear it. He was just all over the place, behaving in a way. I was just shocked. I didn't even know that men couldn't until I saw it for myself. So when this man said Claressa was the love of his life, that spoke volumes to me. That spoke to his pain. Because no man, and I don't understand why Claressa Shields does not understand. He's not healed. He's not whole. He's not over it. He's hurt about it. And you have a man that is not whole, that is not present. He's hurt. When he said she was the love of his life, I said, oh, okay. All right. He's hurt. He's wounded. He's trying to get back at Remy for cheating on him. And so I don't know, I don't know whether this guy got himself a fatal attraction. I don't know what he got. I don't know what he got, but I know that I can't watch it and listen to it no more. I'm 50 plus, and I tried, and I can't, and I will not try it again. So that's all I wanted to say.
All right. Hey, let me chime in where you were talking about a man, when the woman finally moves on, how the man struggles with that more than a woman.
Yeah, when she cheats. Yes.
Yeah. I've always said this since I was a teenager. I've always said this. I said, yo, when a guy is out here doing his thing and you having the time of your life, you look back over your shoulder and you see the woman still there chasing behind you. That makes you feel a kind of way. I said, but what happens when the woman decides she ain't chasing behind your ass no more, and she turn and walk the other way, and you still out there acting a fool, and you look over your shoulder and she ain't there? Your ass will run after her and chase behind her because you have something called feelings and emotions, and it will mess with you. I used to joke about that. So what you're saying, I do think there's some truth to that, a whole lot of truth to that. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a friend. I might as well give y'all a quick little story, but I did have a friend. Something led to something where he was with this girl. Anyway, man, she and I were cool before he met her. We were just friends, but something led to something, and I regret this shit to this day. But she came by and she knew what she was doing. She set me up and shit. So anyway, I messed with her for that one time. Anyway, she threw it in his face, and that dude lost his mind. He was so hurt, but I felt bad because I shouldn't have done that. But to this day, that dude is messed up, but he can never get over that. You know what I'm saying? Because I do think when it comes to guys, just thought some of the shit he was asking us, she would tell me like a year down the road, she's like, oh, you know, he was still asking me these questions, like very specific questions about me, like want to compare different things and shit like that. And I'm like, yeah, he went crazy. But for me, I didn't really develop feelings for women. So I was like maybe 30. I was always a guy out here, man, you know, it was the wild, wild west. But I do agree. A guy can't handle that shit. If your woman out there doing something, yeah, I think it hurts dudes. It kills their ego, kills their pride. It messes them up.
Exactly. And let me say this, when it happened to me, and like I said, I was going through domestic violence. I couldn't even wash this guy's clothes and go in his pocket and, you know, to make sure nothing was in his pocket before I put him in the washing machine without finding somebody's phone number. He was very comfortable. Just being faithful was not on his to-do list. Yeah. And so it took me probably about a decade for me to, you know, be unfaithful, because a lot of, you know, we're talking back in the 90s. So, you know, we're a different breed. So being unfaithful wasn't something that, it just didn't dawn on me to do it. I just didn't think, I was very conservative with me. And so, but when it did happen, I remember years later, him telling me, he said, I was never the same after that. He said that changed me, and I was never the same. And I thought it was very strange, because it was like, wow, but you were always doing X, Y, and Z to me. Mm-hmm. So with this man, he was married to her. You know what I mean? And he may have had a parasitic relationship with Remy Ma. You know what I mean? He may have been having a parasitic relationship with her. But I do believe that he cared for her and he had love for her. You know, and so, and his ego and his pride, you know what I mean, got hurt. You know what I mean? Men think all kinds of things, like you said. Comparison comes into play. You know, are they better than me this way? Is he better than me that way? This, that, and the other. So it's all kinds of things. Remember, Remy said, why him? She said, this is what Papoose said. Why him? Why him? You know what I mean? So she has a unhealed man, and I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get off because I like to hear other people. There's a song by you're old enough to remember Shirley Murdoch. You remember Shirley Murdoch from back in the day, singer?
Yeah, I know the name. Yeah.
She has a song called Husband. I was listening to that song, and this is a song that the young people need to listen to. And this woman was a grown woman back in the day when I was listening to it as a child. She was a grown woman, and she was saying, you know, I have a desire for you. She said, but my decency prevails. Yes, it does, and it won't let me keep you. So I'm letting you go. And so these people today, nobody has any integrity. Nobody, you know, that nobody is integral. Nobody, she said, you know, yes, I have a desire for you, but my decency prevails. And so I don't know. Is she just looking bad all around? Temperament, you adulterous relationship. Now you with this man who is very hurt, very broken. You know what I mean? And I think that he latched, Remy got him off of her from leeching off of her, and now he has another parasitic relationship with this young lady. She's the contingency plan. That's it, and that's all.
All right.
That's it, and that's all. She's a contingency plan, and he's latched on to her. He's going to get what he's going to get, and I don't think he gives a good goddamn what none of us say.
All right. I appreciate you calling in.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. All right. Bye. Okay, there was a couple of calls that came in. Look, the phone line's open right now. Anybody who's watching, waiting to call in, 210-642-9703. Go ahead and call in. It is wide open. Yeah, man, it's interesting, man. And like you said, free my grandma, this shit should be a case study. It really should be. There's so many moving pieces to all this, man. To see it happening, man. And this is what I don't understand. If I'm an athlete, especially in boxing, I don't want to talk about anything in my personal life to nobody, man. I wouldn't want no one to get wind of anything. Anything. If I'm out doing something with my sons and I, we like to be outdoors. So if we're up at the ocean, fishing and doing whatever, I don't want nobody taking no pictures and videos of me, man. You know what I'm saying? So I sure as hell wouldn't want nobody to be talking about my personal relationship, my personal life. But the thing is, but for those of the people who are supporting Claressa Shields, I'll just say this. If you feel like, oh man, why are y'all talking about her? She's a boxer. This is a boxing channel. But there are a lot of content creators who are talking about her because she's putting stuff out there that's interesting and it's great content. They're going to do that. You know, it ain't going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? She better be glad the National Enquirer isn't, I don't even think they have that anymore. I don't know. Everything's, you know, digitized. But what are some of those newspapers they used to have? They used to have the Enquirer, where they used to be out there just making up shit. She better be glad that don't exist. I guess TMZ is today's Enquirer. But yeah, stop talking your personal business. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Lachey? When you entertain a man who isn't officially done with his old life, you're playing with karma. It doesn't matter what he says about his marriage. I'll say this, man. You know, I do think that Claressa Shields helped to break his fall. Go ahead, caller.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Yes. I just wanted to call and say, when Claressa talked to Shannon Sharp, I didn't know why he did not ask her about her being friends with Remy Ma when she slipped into Papoose den. When she DM'd him, why he didn't ask her about a lot of things. I didn't understand that right there.
Yeah, well, I took it as him in a roundabout way saying, I took it as he was touching on that. He was basically asking without asking her, because he was like, so who slid in whose DMs? Who did what? You know, because he already knows that he was with, he just didn't talk about it, but he was touching up on it. He just wasn't being very specific. But I took it as.
I felt like if he's interviewing her or whatever, he should have asked her what we wanted to know.
Yeah, but you know, I'm sure there's probably a conversation saying, hey, you know, I don't want her name being mentioned. I don't want this. I'm sure there was probably some things where there was a discussion and he was like, all right, cool. I 100% believe that. That's like me. I've reached out to a couple of people to come on this channel. A couple have. Mm-hmm. But as others I've talked to, we're going back and forth right now. We'll see if we can make it happen. But that's one thing I ask him. Is there anything you don't want me to talk about? Because I'm not going to do it. I'm pretty sure that's what that was.
I just think that when Layla Lee came out with her two videos, proving how this lady lies. I just can't see me having a conversation with her, because you don't know if it's lies or she telling the truth.
Oh, you talking about Claressa?
Yeah.
Yeah. When she starts going, that's when I say something. Yeah, she about to.
The truth. It's not when the truth is coming out. Only is when when it's a lie, because it's a lie. You don't. The truth is the truth. You can't change that, but you can change the lie and cover it up, and you know what I'm saying. And I just didn't get that. Why would people want to even interview her right now at this time if they don't ask her, tough questions and instead of beating around the bush and trying to sugarcoat it for her fans?
Right. I'm tracking with everything you say.
But I love your show. I watch you every night. I don't go to bed without watching you.
Well, what you just enjoy all the conversations?
Yes, I really enjoy your truthness and you keep it 100. Well, however you feel about a situation, you don't sugarcoat it for nobody. You just keep it 100.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah, that's the only way I know how to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, you call anytime. I really appreciate your support.
Okay.
All right. All right. Take care.
Yes.
All right. Phone lines open, 210-642-9703. But what I was saying, it sounds to me like maybe whatever's going on with her, the fiance, with boxing, not getting satisfaction, maybe people feeling like she's not as good as she says she is. People saying, yo, you're the self-proclaimed GWOAT. It sounds like there was just a lot of things going on with her and with Papoose. It sounds like they may have found some kind of comfort in each other. And I can tell you, man, if you're lonely, if your ass is lonely and you got somebody who's giving you a little bit of attention, makes you feel nice, you will talk to them. You will be eager to speak to someone who makes you feel nice. And some people call that what, the rebound? You bounce back. And that's how things happen. You know what I mean? I know women who have been like, yeah, I ended up messing with this guy. I would have never messed with that guy ever, but they have been hurt, they have been disappointed, they were lonely. And you get this guy, this, crocodile who just happens to come around and his timing is on point. And, he gets him a little trophy. It's short-lived, but he gets it. Go ahead, call or call back. But he gets this trophy. But the same thing is where you see a guy end up in a situation where he didn't anticipate it going the direction it went. But because it's that emptiness, that void he doesn't want to feel. That shit sucks. And like with me, I couldn't imagine, not being with my sons. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't imagine. I'm telling you, that shit, that's got to be a horrible feeling. If you had to go and you got your own place, whether you have a crib, you have a house, you have an apartment, whatever you're doing, to go there and to be by yourself, lonely. Boy, that shit would, man, that's got to be a terrible feeling. But he's been able to bridge that gap. So hopefully it all works out. But we're talking about just relationships. But I just hope it all works out for them dudes, man. But it just seems kind of like a volatile. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, Champ, I'm finna get ready to go, but I just wanted to call back and tell you, go look at Claressa pregnant titties. That girl titties have changed. They changed a lot. You can look more at her titties than you can her stomach and tell that she's pregnant. See, that's why she can't fight in December. She's supposed to fight in December, but she can't. She got to wait till she had an abortion, and then February or March she'll be ready to fight after she had an abortion. This is all allegedly, but those titties tell a lot. Any woman that's had a child, she knows when a woman is pregnant. I gotta go.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if she's pregnant, but I did notice during the interview. I just thought it's from the extra weight that was gained. You know what I'm saying? And but her being not in the gym and being a heavyweight, so I noticed it today. I did notice it. That's why I mentioned it. You know what I'm saying? I said maybe her putting on the extra weight, it gives her a little bit of confidence and the chest filled out. I was just talking about that, but I didn't put two and two together. I guess because I'm a man, not a woman, so I wouldn't think about that. I just noticed. I was like, chest look a little fuller. It could be from the weight, but y'all, it's interesting if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? Very interesting. Good women get tired. Just busted out laughing, reading your comment. Let's see. Get to some more of these, man. Okay, the phone line is open, man. 210-642-9703. I just think going forward, I'm gonna tell you what. That interview, I know it was in a couple weeks ago. If Pap wasn't there with her, I don't know if she had her team there, but after sitting back today and watching it premiere, I'm hoping that they just say, you know what, no more interviews. For real. Silence is her weapon, man. Just stay off the internet. Just stay away from this shit. She was talking about how she takes a break, and I forgot exactly what she said, but she does take a break from it. She needs to just get away from it, period. Go ahead, caller. Mute your TV.
Yes, my name is Sergelle, and I just want to say this right here too. Just like Papoose telling Claressa he loved her to death. It's just like we friends, like you have a male friend or whatever, have one person say, man, I love you to death. I love you to death. And anybody clearly can love you to death. So that don't mean he really loved this girl. He may love her, but he's not in love with this girl. Because
look at reality now. If anybody here, anybody saying this all the time, man, I love this girl to death, I love this man to death. Another man will tell another man, I love you to death, but they be like in a friendly type of way. They don't be meaning it. Like, I love the way Papoose said it. He said it in a way type of like, he don't really love this girl in love with her. He may love her, but he's not in love with her. And just like they were saying with the like the pregnancy card, her boobs is getting bigger. You look at her boobs, and I kind of believe that her boobs is getting bigger. And you look at her body wash getting she's getting thicker in the face and everything too. If you look at her really, really close now, so it's making make sense right now. And also with the girl was came on, I forget her name back a while back, was saying about her cousin and how she was talking about her cousin with the house and everything like that. I really believe that's true though. I can't really believe that's true because the girl was talking about how Claressa was like the baby and things of that nature. So she may be stating that Claressa be getting rid of these babies with abortion.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Okay, I appreciate you.
Let me to call in. Have a blessed night. I love you, show.
All right, take care. All right. Yeah, the phone line's open. We'll just say, free my grandma. Why the thumbs down button doesn't work? Because I programmed it, man, to not work for your ass. You know what I'm saying? All right, the phone line is open, man. 210-642-9703. Nobody asked her that because they don't want Remy on the rampage again. Yeah, man. These guys know what they're doing, and you gotta understand with Shannon Sharpe. I don't know that guy. I just know that he don't want any problems. He just got over some BS. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't want any problems. You can see when he does interviews. I'm watching him. He doesn't seem to be as comfortable doing these interviews as he was before. So he's gonna make sure he doesn't get anything wrong. He doesn't want any problems at all. So it is what it is, man. I believe Pap left because he needed to go see his daughter and give Remy the breakdown on what's next. Oh, that's crazy, man. He still loves his wife. I'll say this, man. I'm sitting back watching all this. I'm listening to what you guys are saying. And I just happened to see the little girl, his daughter. The girl looked like Remy Ma. Pretty little girl, man. And I'm gonna tell you, man, I know that, man. I listen to Papoose talk about it. He loves his children, man. And that's for me, that's me sitting here. I don't know about all the other shit, but I'll say this. That man loves his children. And I'm trying to imagine if that was me. I don't care who I'm with. You know what I'm saying? I can't let anything come in between me and my kids. And I know he loves them children. And I know that's got to be tough for him. You know what I'm saying? Especially with small like that. Hell no, man. I couldn't imagine. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't imagine. My son, he's 8. That little joker still be climbing into bed with me. You know what I'm saying? That's my little shadow. So yeah, I couldn't imagine. So it is what it is, but we'll see. Let me get to these comments, man. Shannon Sharpe everybody trying to make money off her, man. Somebody was like, man, all you do is talk about Claressa Shields. I'm like, man, you don't see when I be talking in the morning about boxing, you don't see all the videos that I do? Yeah, we talk about Claressa Shields too. It's like over 1,000, more than 1,000 new subscribers, all the ladies. So we're going to talk about what everybody wants to talk about. So I try to balance it out. In the morning, I do my thing, talk my boxing. Then I'll drop a few videos on boxing. I'll drop some Claressa. I try to balance it, but you can't make everybody happy, and I ain't trying to do that. Matter of fact, I'm going to change this. I need a new name for the 9 o'clock call-in. Y'all need to come up with a name, because I was like, it's got to be like the ladies live or the ladies call-in or ladies choice. I got to come up with something, because really that's what's going on at 9 o'clock. That's like the lady hour. You know what I'm saying? Just missed a call from New York. But yeah, that's what I want to do, man, because y'all have me going out here, boy. Y'all keep me entertained. Y'all have me laughing. Yeah, but they got that one weirdo, man, called in. I don't know. That shit was funny at first, but they start taking it to the stupid. I got to kill him. I got a good sense of humor. When they start taking it to stupid, I got to get them up off here, man. Since Clarence approached Pap, there we go right there. All right. Go ahead, call it.
KT.
Go ahead. What's up, KT? Oh, KT. What's up?
Yes, KT back in the house.
Yeah, go ahead. You got the floor. Hey, KT is in here. Y'all buckle up. Put on your seatbelts. Put on your seatbelts. KT is in here.
Yo, I don't know what y'all talking about because I had a long night. What y'all talking about? Remy? I mean, not Remy. What's
Claressa Shields and going on Shannon Sharp show today. Club Shay Shay.
She was making me sick. She up there holding the what's that the punching bag for him.
Oh yeah.
He acting like he can't punch it. I'm like, punch her in the face. By accident. He acting like he don't know how to punch it. He a football player. And he acting like he can't punch a goddamn punching bag. And she up there holding it, acting like she's trying to teach a nigga how to be a nigga. You know what I'm saying? The Hood Champ, you hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening. Go ahead. I told you, you got the floor.
Hood Champ, I got to dial it back at them comments the other night. I was cringing looking back at what I was saying on the live the other night. People were trying to play me saying I was flirting with you, and we wasn't even flirting.
Oh yeah. I didn't take it. I think what they were getting at when you said, yo, I was gonna say something, but I don't want to be a groupie. I think that's what they were.
Right. You know what? I threw them off because they don't understand it. We don't know what ages they are and all of that, and if they understand it, the lingo. But yeah, they kind of got it messed up, and I was like, damn, they don't know who. But you know what? Some of them was trolling. They knew I was a chick, and they was trying to act like I was a nigga.
Yeah.
Remember when Cameron told Claressa, excuse me, sir.
Right.
Remember Cameron told Claressa, he said, sir, you get it?
Right. Yeah. I know what. Yeah.
They trying to act like I'm a nigga. Nigga, you know damn well. And I don't want to, and if they your subscribers, I don't want to bark on them like that. But they know damn well I'll call them out. They got to be careful. That's why I called them tonight. Like, I'm going to get them niggas back. But anyway, what's going on tonight with Claressa? What happened?
Now, everybody, she just did she went on Shannon's show and she was just talking about a lot of things, being aggressive. If a man hurts her or embarrasses her, she'll fight.
I just seen the beginning when she and Shaw was punching the bag. I turned it off because I don't care for that shit. I'm not to curse again. I might have to start my own channel so I could curse. I don't want to curse on your channel. But I'm not going to start a channel. I'm not even going to go there. But anyway, you could tell I'm feeling kind of good tonight. But I had to call you in. I seen you was loud tonight.
Right.
I had to call you and say what's up.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. I tell you, man.
Now, and you know what? For everybody that said I was flirting, now I'm flirting, but I'm not flirting. You look good on screen, nigga, and yeah. And that's that. I ain't gonna talk all night like I did the other night.
All right.
I can talk behind the scenes, but yeah.
That's what they were getting at. That's what they thought.
Yeah, they was making me mad. I was cringing. Reading the comments, she flirting. Is that the man? Is her name Kevin Tyrone, KT? I'm like, what? Who is that? I got to pull him up. I don't like disrespect like that because I ain't even like that. I wasn't even flirting, and you knew I wasn't flirting, right?
Yeah, I didn't take it as you were flirting.
Right, exactly what they did. And you know what? I'm not even thinking about me being on live. I'm talking to you on some personal thing. They can put their earplugs in if they don't want to hear this conversation. Because I'm talking to you on some personal stuff right now on live.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm sorry. I don't want to mess up your phone line, Hood Champ.
All right.
But I'm thorough like that. So when I call, be ready for the unexpected when I call in.
Yeah, no problem. I already know what you're coming with. You know what I'm saying?
I love you, Hood Champ. You know who you remind me of, Hood Champ?
Who?
Now I'm flirting on you on live air so they can hear it and say what they want to say.
Right.
You know who you remind me of? You remind me of Ghostface and Raekwon. Anybody told you that?
Nah, I've heard. I'll tell you what I've heard. I've heard people tell me that, yo, you look like The Rock. I've heard that a lot.
Well, you remind me of, Raekwon, Ghostface, or whatever. Your attitude, your your persona.
Oh, okay.
I know I'm on live and I'm talking crazy, but I don't care. This is live. This is straight raw. Take it. You gotta take it how I give it. When I'm gonna hang up, because I don't want to go too far with it.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. You calling?
I just had to call in and say, hey, I see you, and I didn't know you was gonna pick up. I didn't think you was gonna pick up.
Oh yeah. Anybody calling? I'm gonna answer. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the line is open. When I get off the live, I turn it off. I only open it.
And I'm talking crazy. I'm not even talking about Claressa. I'm talking about you on live. But I'm gonna hang up. I'm gonna wait till the next time. We'll talk about Claressa next time.
All right.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Good night.
Bye. Yo. Phone line is open. 210-642-9703. You know what I'm saying? Yo, call on in, man. The phone line is open. Free my grandma. What the hell you doing? Why don't you call in, man, and go ahead and piss everybody off talking about Claressa Shields. Oh boy, here we go. Go ahead, caller. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was calling to say that Claressa is the one really that has put Win Records on the map.
Okay.
That I looked up to see what other artists that they have, and really Claressa is the only artist that they legitimately have. They got other people, like 2 or 3 other people's names that is supposed to be connected to them, but they are not. Then they say they are not signed to these people. He's somebody named King Law, Farrell. I got the name of Farrell LeRae, some singer, and Emerson Bark Air. All these different. We never even heard of these people. They're supposed to be signing them, but it's like Claressa, Emerson Bark Air, and a King Law. Them are the 3 people. And they even got Papoose on there as an artist. And then they said that he got connected to Win Records by being a delegation to go visit at a long hospital.
You breaking up.
Call from
Yeah, my bad. Go ahead, caller.
Hi, listen, I got a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so I know you have all boys, but if you had a daughter, I'm pretty sure your daughter wouldn't behave like this, but if you had a daughter, what would you say to her if she was in a situation like this? What would you say?
A situation like with a married man?
The whole thing. The whole, like Claressa. If Claressa was your daughter, what would you say to her?
I'll tell you the first thing I would say, right? Right now, the way the situation is, you there?
I'm here, I'm listening.
I would tell her, stop talking. That's the first thing I would tell her. Stop talking. And I would tell her, these people, they don't care about you. You're entertainment for them. And it's cool to entertain here and there, but don't be the entertainment. You might as well put a big red nose on your face and join the effing circus. Because they're laughing at you. You're a clown to them. Don't give them nothing. Don't give them no more. They have way too much. The rest of your life, these sound bites, these clips, these videos, you can't escape that. But you can control what happens here today. I'm telling you, stop talking. Stop. That's what I would tell her immediately. Cease and desist. It needs to stop. Don't say nothing. And then let's think about what we're going to do in the way ahead to help to rebrand you, to help to go put you through a reconstitution, man, to get you back to where you need to be, and try to get her healthy, because all the things she talked about, that would be the next step. First, stop talking. Let's go get you help. Someone who you can talk to, an expert to where they can help you behind the scenes, behind closed doors, not out here on somebody's platform. That's not the place we talk about. And this is that shit is crazy to me. You know, when they get some of these people who come on here and they get comfortable, next thing you know, they tell them their personal business. That's crazy. But that's what I would tell her. I'd be like, all right, especially if, let's say it was a situation where she didn't want to listen to me. And then finally she kind of reached the break. I would think I would reach my breaking point. Today would have been my breaking point. All right, you don't want to listen to me, you don't hear what I have to say, but you're going to hear it today. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically what I tell her. It's time for you to shut up and listen. And I would break it down very direct. You know what I'm saying? You're at a point, you're heading to a point of no return. And I wouldn't even worry about the Papoose thing just yet. I'd make sure she was quiet, go get her help, and through the therapist, that's where we could get on the thing about her relationship. Because to me, it seems like she doesn't want to break lock with that relationship. And she's not going to be able to do it on her own. She's going to need help to someone to get her to see, look at the situation you're in. It's a lose-lose across the board. You know what I'm saying? Now, it can work out. Maybe there's a little sliver of hope, but when you look at it, he's got unresolved issues. You have unresolved issues. His ex has unresolved issues. You know, your boxing career is kind of up in the air. This win records thing is a roll of the dice. You have no control over nothing. So just take control over these things that you do have control over, and that's yourself. That's what I would say. And, you know, I've seen shit like this happen to people. But the number one thing for her, nobody would have really much ammunition on her if she wasn't a person who talks so much. Period. The Layla Ali stuff, because she talks so much. She put a movie out because, you know, that's something she wanted to do. People took interest in her, probably because they thought there was some huge financial gain. I don't know if it was or not. So she talked a lot, told her personal business. But that would be my thing. Your situation because you talk too much. You put too much of yourself out there to the world that really don't give a shit about you. But that's just being real. So yeah, that's what I would tell her.
Well, I hope she heard you. I'm getting back in your comments because I think she needed to hear it.
Oh yeah, again, I ain't no counselor or nothing, but that's what I would say. I'm a straight shooter. I'm a straight shooter.
It takes. She only listens to men. So I told you only watch this show because of your unbiased opinion. And that was your unbiased opinion. Yeah,
that's exactly what I would do. For real. Serious.
So, peace and blessings. I'm going to bed. Y'all up late tonight. 12 o'clock where I'm at.
Okay. All right, man. Well, you take care.
All right.
All right. Yep. Okay. Somebody called, man. I don't want to call you back because the next thing you know, your husband answered the phone and Ike and Tina turned in the backseat of the limousine. Y'all start whipping each other ass and shit. He said, give this man his flowers while he live. Yeah, y'all hit that like button. I'd appreciate it, man. Says sweet. Says, is Hulk Hogan back? C-Bug, I can't with him. Next caller. That was a trip, right? Where are we at right now? Somebody take your grandma phone. Facts Hood. We get some interesting callers in here, man. Everybody want to give you a little piece of information and stuff. It's cool. Everybody's welcome to call. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's welcome, man. Says you're talking real talk. Oh, okay. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's how you got to be. You know what I'm saying? Let me get to the bottom of these comments. Eat the cake. Eat the cake, anime. No doubt. She says, my father and brother would be on my neck. Yeah. It wouldn't get to this point. It wouldn't have got to this point. Nah, hell no. I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it, man, at all. I wonder why King Lawson signed to win. Oh, the record thing? Yeah, I don't know. It says, if Claressa was my daughter, I would have never allowed her to be dating no married man. I would have dealt with him myself. I did that before my daughter was 18. I ran him off. Yeah, I can understand. Yeah, that's what I said. Well, with me, it probably wouldn't have got to that point. You know what I'm saying? At all. Somebody take your grandma phone. Oh my God, man, that's hilarious. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, Exposure Girl. So I'm just about less than a quarter of a way through the Shannon Sharp interview with Claressa, and I'm actually having a change of heart. I'm remembering what I loved about her, that she had a story to tell. It softened my heart, right? But like I said, I'm just a quarter of a way through. The main thing that stands out to me that I hope if Claressa watching this show that she take away is that her and Shannon Sharp need to really evaluate the chemistry between them. I think they would be the perfect couple. Shannon Sharp got his own money. He's big enough for her, and he can handle her. He an old football player. He way huger than her. Pat looked like her little son or some her teenage little brother standing next to her. His little head and neck so skinny. He looked like one of them bobbleheads, but I'm looking at her and Shannon Sharp, and I'm like, this is a match made in heaven. Claressa, what she needs to do. I'm serious. So it stood out. I couldn't believe it. I'm looking at them like, that's it right there. She needs to get with Shannon Sharp. Granted, she probably not his type, but if he get out of himself, hey, he'll go on and see that the chemistry between them will be a really good match. Look how huge he is. It's a perfect match. And she was such a natural around him, So her chasing after Pap, if she get her head on straight, screw her head back on the swivel, go ahead and place the call to Shannon Sharp, because she aggressive anyway. She ain't got no problem taking the lead. She needs to go on and make that call, bust a U-turn, and go back to Shannon Sharp's spot and go on and make that happen. So, like I mentioned, I'm not fully through the video, so I don't know what all she's talking about. But if she bring up Layla Ali, then that's going to be the end of it. So I hope in the video she ain't talking about, what Layla Ali did. And then I just came off the channel. I heard you say that she needs some therapy or something because she started too personal. And I have to agree with you. You can never, that's how you always know when you're dealing with a victim of trauma, because they just always trying to get it out. Every chance they get, you be like, hey, how you doing? Oh, God, my son died, my this and that, and this and that. Like, that's how you know you're dealing with somebody with trauma, because they inappropriate. You can't even wave at them because then they get to bursting, So, yeah, she needs to go get some real therapy. And I'm just wondering also, and lastly, if her cousin going to show up to this channel. I think her cousin, I forget her name every single time. I'm going to call back if I remember. Her cousin name is Starlight Savage or something like that. Mm-hmm. She has a YouTube channel, and she keeps threatening that she going to tell the full true story. I'm like, I don't know why it has to be a threat, and I don't wish no bad on nobody, but I'm like, what's up? What's the big secret? What you got to say? So anyhow, I won't take too much of this time with my little jibber jabber, but her and Shannon Sharp, that's the match made in heaven. She's the perfect match for him. He's the perfect match for her. You need to quit playing with Nice Nine. You're going to go there. All right. Thank you. Yep.
Call from.
You there, caller?
Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Hood?
Chilling, man. What's up?
All right. Yeah, this is the only Mel Cruz. Hey, I had to call in when the girl said, the other caller just said, Shannon Sharp and Claressa would be a great couple. And it made me think about that debacle that Shannon Sharp got into with his fake. I ended up doing an Instagram live by accident. All that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was hilarious what your caller said. But something else in that Shannon Sharp where he said, "This is why I don't like him. This is why I don't like Shannon," because he said, I think he's scared of Claressa too, and he said, "Yeah, Claressa, you're the words to this effect. You're the active boxer who's the quote." So like he's trying to make sure he doesn't insult Layla, but he can't speak freely, and so he's got to like kind of walk in between the line so he doesn't disrespect Layla, but he doesn't offend Claressa before she whoops his ass on TV. So it's hilarious. And your caller, another caller about an hour ago mentioned something about Claressa's cousin doing a rebuttal. And, I was looking at those videos. I was actually going to go live about it. And I think that's damn near a parody account, because that family is going in. The girl, the main character, is going in on Claressa. I went to bed and I just said, you know what? I wouldn't want nobody putting all my family business out there like that.
Hell no.
I mean, that she went in, and I it led me to believe, and of course all this is allegedly, I don't know, but it led me to believe that Claressa may very well already have a child, because that family member was saying, oh yeah, you don't want me to tell them about, and she said a name. Which made me think, oh, well, maybe there's a real live baby in the mix that nobody wants to, that they're trying to keep on the low. But I don't think Claressa is pregnant. I think that, because there's video out there with Claressa saying that she wanted to continue to enjoy Pap privately without, the relationship being disclosed. I think Claressa is on her back, on her abdomen. She just getting all the pap that she can. She's enjoying that. She's probably eating off off of schedule, and just getting all the pap she can get right now. And I think that's probably where we're seeing like that extra weight gain and, this, that, and 2/3. So maybe they're just going to ride this out. And then at the beginning of the year, she plans to get back on track. I don't think she's pregnant though.
Okay. Now I appreciate your input and calling, man. I really do, man. All great. Everything was spectacular.
Awesome.
All
Talk
right.
to you later.
All right. Yep.
Call from.
Go ahead, caller.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, you got to.
I had two things to say.
I can barely hear you. I can barely hear you.
Okay, wait. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, I almost missed your live. Thank goodness I didn't miss it. But I have two things to say. So, about you when y'all were talking about the niece that was, or the cousin talking about Claressa, I believe that she have a baby out there, because if you put together what the other girl was saying, remember the girl was saying she was fighting pregnant and stuff. Remember? The best friend. So maybe that's around the time when she conceived or something, and she's concealing that or something. So, but also with Papoose and this deal she signed, how dumb she is now that I'm thinking about it. You signed a record deal and a boxing deal together, first of all. So it should have been more money involved, because now not only are you going to have to fight 4 fights in 2 years, but what are the stipulations for the rap part?
Yeah, I have no idea.
No, I'm not asking you that. I'm saying it's going to be some type of stipulation. So what are you going to have to do to come to do whatever, like for the Salida records or whatever they're going to have her doing with the rap stuff is what I'm saying. It's going to be a clause to that, like you said, they're going to want a piece, even though that's like music and then boxing. So whatever she do with the boxing, the music part is going to get a piece.
Oh, because of the 360 record deal. Yeah.
Yeah, so she don't even
if in fact she is in a 360, yes.
But Win Records is not boxing. That's like in the industry, the music industry, and they don't even have no type of artist or anything. So she's their first artist, and she cannot rap. And Papoose is writing her stuff for her. So I mean, I'm like you say, I'm happy for her, but I just hope that she could just humble herself, and then maybe things will get better for her. Because I mean, it's better now, but this can all be a front from the stuff that she did with Layla Ali.
Okay.
And I still really feel like, she's not going to have any luck, because she's still speaking up on Layla Ali, and that is just really crazy.
All right.
Like what?
I hear you. I agree with you.
She can do nothing to you but help you, and you using her name.
Call from.
Go ahead, caller.
I just called back to give the information on her cousin page, the one that keeps saying she got something she want to tell, the story, the truth. Her page is Shalita Remy with an I, Savage. Shalita, Shalita, Savage. Shalita Savage. So just for anybody I don't know, I hope she comes up here and tell us what's really going on. Have a good night.
All right, you take care. I want to apologize. You know, this damn Google Voice, man, sometimes it acts the fool. You know what I'm saying? It says, dang, Hood, click. No. It's that damn Google Voice shit, man. When these phone calls start coming in, man, that Google Voice is just, anybody can get a Google Voice number, man. I wouldn't just intentionally hang up on somebody, but there's so many calls start coming in, it's ridiculous, man. Okay, hopefully that's her calling back. I didn't mean to get her off of it like that.
Diane,
Go ahead, Diane.
it's me, Sweet Ma. Hey.
Oh,
This is such an entertaining live. Before I forget, because I have ADHD, let me say, the girl that just got off the phone with the sweetest voice. Oh my goodness, I love her voice. She sounds like some girl that I just subscribed to. Let me know in the comments if you have a channel. She just told you guys if you wanted to watch the
Shalita
cousin,
Savage.
Yeah, it's Shalita Savage on Facebook. But I think this girl has a channel. If she does, please let me know because in the comments, because I subscribed to some girl earlier today and her voice sounds exactly like that.
Okay.
I wanted to say that you had another caller that had said something about, oh my gosh, it was so funny because I was like, oh my goodness, I have a rebuttal for this. Not even a rebuttal. I just want to confirm that she has said something about on the Club Shay show, he mentioned something about her being the best active fighter. So Claressa went on Twitter and she responded to that, and she posted Club Shay, and it says, the world's best active female boxer, pound for pound, with an undefeated professional record, etc. Claressa reposted and says, best female fighter, period, hands down. So that lady that said that Claressa was going to be offended and Shannon sounded like he was nervous talking the way he was talking, she was on point with that because Claressa was offended. Because if you weren't offended, why would you repost Shannon's post and say,
that's
best
crazy.
Female fighter, period.
That's crazy.
Yeah, right? And one more thing I wanted to say before I forget. On the interview, I did catch Claressa talk about having Cash Doll walk her out back when she did one of her biggest fights, right?
Yeah.
And she said, it was so easy. I just asked her, and it was easy to get her. Why does Papoose make it seem as if he's bridging the gap and he's making such a difference in connecting Claressa to celebrities to walk her out? Because like she said, she just reached out to the girl and said, hey, can you walk me out? And the girl was excited to do it. Papoose is not really pulling no strings for her. He really isn't. He's not doing anything that she can't do for herself. And to be honest, him making her sign that deal, King Los is their biggest artist, and King Los is a rapper. That's why I mentioned him in the chat earlier. That dates a woman by the name of Angel Lola Love, who was very popular back in the day as a video vixen. That's the only artist that they really have that's popping. Everybody else is in Sierra Leone, and the owner of that record label is the young lady that everybody thinks is Papoose's girlfriend's dad. So I think it's really weird that the first lady of this record label, the father is the owner of the record label, and Papoose is said to be, doing a little extra with that Khadijah girl. So I just wanted to point that out.
All right, sweetie ma, I appreciate you, man.
You're welcome.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
Yep. All right, man. Yeah, phone line is open, man. There was something I was going to say about, the Shannon Sharp and Claressa Shields thing. And even I noticed, right, there seemed to have been a little bit of energy there. She kept talking about his muscles and has a big man and he's big and he's this. Even I noticed that, and I'm like, and him and It just seemed that shit seemed awkward as hell to me. Go ahead, caller.
I just wanted to tell Sweetness Mom that no, I meant YouTube. It's Shalita Remy Savage on YouTube, not Facebook. Shalita Savage on YouTube.
Okay, appreciate it.
All right.
All right. Okay.
Channel Papa, thank you.
Thank you.
Call from
Libra.
Go ahead, Libra Life. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you this evening?
Good, man. Always appreciate you showing support. I see all your comments, man.
Well, thank you. Thank you for paying attention, because I definitely pay attention to you and your conversations. I love them. I just wanted to speak a little bit. I have been looking at a few things. I watched the Shay Shay show, of course, with Uncle Coney. And it seemed like he was getting right down to it with her. He was slowly walking her down a quarter, having her answer certain questions that kind of boxed her in. You know, even the way he mentioned when they spoke about how Papoose wasn't there, he said, oh, he wasn't there. She said, yeah, you know, he got things to do. He said, And I think this is why Pap usually comes to those interviews and sit within her eyesight to help her navigate some of these moments, because he was really kind of getting her to probably say things she normally wouldn't have. But by the time she noticed where they were going, it was too late, because she had gave too many definitive answers. They kind of blocked her in. And I don't know if anybody ever saw she did something, and I believe it was Method Man. And then they took him back to a house, and it was like an old school, and they were talking about it. But he mentioned that she had DM'd him at one time. And a few years back, he said, and they spoke on that. And then when she was talking to Shay Shay today, it kind of warped me back to that, because out of all the things he said, she DM'd me. I remember when she said, yeah, I saw you didn't DM me.
A couple years ago. Yeah, I caught that. I caught that.
He said, but I looked back and I saw it. And I said, you know, there was another person who was speaking on her, and I can't think of who it was. But what they said was, they got the feeling that Papoose wasn't the first entertainer that she DM'd, that she probably had been DMing a bunch of folks. He was just the one that took the bait, you know what I mean, went along with it. And you know, when he said that today, I said, oh, wow, that may be true, because I saw a little bit of chemistry too, and that's why she was talking so freely with him. And he knew it too, kind of like what you hit on. If you stroke her ego, she breaks wide open for you. She'll take the break wide open for you, and you saw that.
You're breaking up. Your connection breaking up a little bit. Yeah, but you I can hear you, but it's breaking up, man. Yeah, the bad connection. Okay, no problem. All right. See, telling y'all, man. Y'all think I'm just out here hanging up on people. I wouldn't do that. Sometimes I'm telling you, the calls be going on from their end, from my end. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But yeah, man, I noticed that too. So, but that DM thing, man, I just the last month started paying attention to Instagram, because I have an Instagram. I've never done nothing really on that thing. You can go look at it and see, like, yeah, I really have nothing on there. But now, you know, I realize, okay, that's the way people are communicating. Oh, you got Instagram? I'm like, you know, damn it, I got it, but I mean, I don't use it. I've never really accessed that thing. But now I'm on there. So if y'all could follow me on Instagram, that's cool. I'll become more active on it. You know what I'm saying? But I think I got 63 followers on there or something. But yeah, I'll definitely be more active on there. I mean, I'm almost at 18,000 on YouTube. Shit, if I had 18,000 on Twitter, 18,000 on TikTok, 18,000 on Instagram, I mean, I guess life would be a little bit interesting. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, not everybody keeps up with that stuff. So it is what it is. Says, Claressa has been drinking Flint water. Oh, boy, y'all cold, man. Y'all cold, man. Nah, her handler. No, man. But you know, the thing is, that's why she just needs to stop talking. Focus on boxing. That's where she was safe. You know what I mean? That's where she was safe. You know, with boxing, stick to boxing, leave everything else alone. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, hi. How are you?
I'm good. And yourself? And mute your TV,
Okay.
please. Mute your TV.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm just calling about the Claressa Shields thing. I just think, me personally, if you look at her when she's talking, the girl laughs a lot because she's really hurting and she's afraid. And two, how can you be a woman of God and say you're being blessed when you're dealing with a married man? I just think she needs a lot of prayer, and I think she needs help. And everybody that's around her is using her. And when you said that people look at it like it's clownish and all of that, she's being clowned. She really is. And it's horrible. I feel sorry for her.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, man.
Yes, that baby just needs a lot of prayer and she needs help. She has no real friends, no real family, nobody around her that is looking, you know, out for her best interest. They're just there because she's a big boxer, and she has money now and all of this stuff. And I feel sorry for her because Pap doesn't care about nothing but himself, and it shows. But if you look at every interview she has and when she's talking, she laughs out loud a lot because she's hiding it. She's hiding her hurt, her disappointment, and she knows that man is not right. So that's all I really wanted to say. And thank you for having me. And I salute you, King, because your show is amazing.
Thank you, man. You're welcome. I appreciate the support.
Okay. You have a wonderful evening.
All right. Take care.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Bye. Yeah. Yeah, the DM thing is crazy. And Mel Cruz and anybody who just followed me on Instagram, I appreciate it, man. You know, I really do. Because I'm on there now because I'm messaging different fighters, female fighters, you know. But, you know, unless they're familiar with the channel, they may say, yo, who's this guy hitting me up? But I sent a real professional, you know, message to him. But I'm sure they get so many damn wackos trying to reach out to them in their DMs and shit. I'm sure they do, and I'm sure that they probably just sit there and, like Alicia Baumgartner, you can't even message her. You can't message her. You know what I'm saying? I did message Layla Ali. She has an account for herself. Then she got Layla Ali KOs. On the account to her, you can't message her. On the other one, you can. I sent her a message. And, you know, it's either they're going to get back with me or they're not. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? But I am contacting people. I messaged Caroline Dubois. I messaged like 8 different fighters. The one I haven't messaged, but I'm going to message her tomorrow is Claressa Shields. But I know, boy, but part of me don't even want her to come on this show because, but it would be fun because I'm pretty sure she would come out here, man, with that, you know, smoke coming out of her nose. She'd be out here like a Busta Rhymes, rah, rah, like a dungeon dragon. It'll be entertaining though, because I'll be able to have a good conversation with her. You know what I'm saying? I just talk nothing but boxing. That's what she likes to talk about. She likes to talk about boxing. I'd be just talking boxing. I'd be disagreeing with her too. I like, you ain't beating her. You know, I'd be joking and I get her watch. I get her to open up. She likes talking about boxing. But, you know, whatever. But I get her going on boxing. She'd probably be talking shit. We'd be talking shit to each other. Y'all hear me be a bit more colorful in that interview if she and I were talking and going back and forth about boxing. But yeah, it'll be a fun interview. Hood, she didn't talk until about 5 or 9 years old. Let her talk. She just learned to formulate words. I hear it. Yeah, she did say she didn't talk for a long time, man. Libra Life, thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate it, man. Hood got the best night show on YouTube. We love it here. Appreciate it. Right at Libra Life. I can't remember the name of the young lady she stated. She'll be boxing, but she stated the 24th. Yeah, I gotta find out where she said that specific date because it sounded like she was kind of in the breeze and not sure what direction she was going. Carrie the Queen is up in here. See, let me see what you're saying. Clarence doing more interviews than fights. Like, we really want to see that face all the time. Yeah, I knew Carrie the Queen was gonna be in here saying something, man. She might not be able to beat Baumgartner. Yeah, I hear that, man. I hope you can AB. Yeah, I'm trying. I even put some underneath a picture. So I'm throwing a little stuff out there, man. We'll see. I think it's just a matter of time they'll come on. They'll get a lot of respect and love over here if they come to the channel. You know what I'm saying? That phone number is 210-642-9703. It's almost 11:30 my time. It's 11:26. I ain't gonna jump off quite yet, but if we get a couple more phone calls, you know, I'll take them. You know what I'm saying? Hood, did you hear her acknowledge she heard you say things about camp and time-consuming weight loss versus actually refining skills? I heard her talk about that, but I didn't hear her say anything about YouTubers. I need to go back and watch that part again. But I did notice, I saw what she was talking about. I'm like, I'm telling y'all right now, I know for a fact, Claressa Shields be sitting here watching these lives. I know it. And Claressa Shields, call in. Call in. That may have been Claressa Shields who called in like the WWE wrestler. That may have been Claressa Shields. You know, oh, speaking of that, yo, Claressa Shields really is out here. You know, let me show you. This woman, this ain't, I think it's a fake account. This chick right here. Where is it? I'm pretty sure that shit's a fake account. I did a YouTube short about it. Let me turn the volume down so they ain't blasting here. Well, I might as well just play it for you. Southwest boss, we know that's you, Claressa Shields. Boy, bye. Still got that girl lady's name all up in your hating mouth. Do something more productive to get $1. So over all the negativity, she put in the time, the sweat, tears, hard work to establish her career, self-made millionaire. She deserves to enjoy the fruits of her labor in peace. I call down judgment on all the haters who are maliciously attacking her for no reason, but out of jealous, envious, broke-ass bums. For no reason, but out of jealous, envious, broke-ass bums. Claressa Shields, we know that's you. Stop playing around. It's called Southwest Boss. See if I can show you all that. Southwest Boss. I think that's a Claressa Shields account. It's actually. Boss, we know that's you, Claressa Shields. Let me get that name. Okay. Let me type it in here. I think that's Claressa Shields' account. One of her accounts. South SWBOSS-G7V. I 100% believe that's a Claressa Shields account. The way that thing is written, ain't no way. I'm going to read it to you. That's Claressa Shields talking. Boy, bye. Who talks like that? Who talks like that? There's only one person who talks like that. You know what I'm saying? That's Claressa Shields. Boy, bye. Okay? There's only one person who talks like that. And then still got that girl, lady's name all up in your hating mouth. That's Claressa Shields 100%. Do something more productive to get $1. That's Claressa Shields. So all over the negativity, that's Claressa Shields. She put the time in. This is her talking about herself. She put the time in, the sweat, tears, hard work to establish her career. Self-made millionaire. That's Claressa Shields. She deserves to enjoy the fruits of her labor in peace. That's all her. Then call down judgment on the haters. That's her with her little Bible, her little, you know, when she starts thumping the little good book and shit. Who are all maliciously attacking her for no reason, but out of jealous, envious, broke-ass bums. That's Claressa Shields 100%. That's why I went to the page. There's some woman, they got one video of a lady on there wrapped up in a towel. I don't know what she's doing. I'm like, that ain't no damn, that's some bullshit video to make you think it's somebody else. That's Claressa Shields, man. That is her ass. I don't care what you say. That's her. I mean, at least write the message like it's somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. That's her. That is her 100%. Claressa she might want to fight the chat. Yeah, that's her. Battle said Pap isn't giving her so much as mittens or nails getting done because he has no plan of putting a ring on her hand. It's crazy. Walking in Faith is laughing. She's calling down judgment on people for voicing their thoughts and opinions, but doesn't understand the judgment of God for her continued adultery. Wow. Why Shannon wait so long to drop that interview? Because her wig she had on was from 3 weeks ago. Did they have to edit that much BS? Literally every woman talks like that. No, they don't, free my grandma. Yo, you need to hold your horses and not take it to the stupid. That's Claressa Shields' ass. Hell yeah, that's her. I believe it's her too. Yeah, taste the naughty, no doubt, man. That's Claressa Shields. Well, I hope she's listening, taking notes. Yeah, she might as well just call in. Just call in. You know what I'm saying? Sounds like it does. Says I hear boy bye from women every day. I don't. Then I ain't out there, assimilating and shit. But that's Claressa Shields, man. Everything she talked about, the accomplishments, talked about the judgment day. Everything she said, being a broke ass bums. That's Claressa Shields, man. Sounds like Claressa found a video of a girl who said Claressa DM'd her from a fake account and went off. So she probably does that on YouTube. Yeah, that's her. That's her, man. Far from slow. Far from slow. Secret killer, secret message. Secret society, Zed. We've been talking about the secret society for years. Claressa Shields, she threw up that weird sign. That weird, I don't know what that shit means. Maybe that's for Thanksgiving, the turkey. I don't know what that shit means, but she threw up that weird sign. Somebody said she part of the Illuminati. I don't know. Narcs had many fake pages, so I wouldn't doubt if it was her hood. Yeah, I think it was her. You can't make me believe it wasn't her. Yeah, it sounds just like her. That's her 100%. She slanders Layla Ali, but doesn't want her name to be mentioned. The irony. Yeah, it's crazy. I think Papoose is trying to turn Clarence into Remy Ma. Probably. Not Clarence speaking in third person. It's crazy, man. Battle was ribbing her and said in his Claressa voice, Pat buys me everything, and in his voice, yeah, with your check. Oh, yeah, that's crazy. Free my grandma. He had me cracking up. Clarence is hot, poor little side piece. Yeah, it's wild. Okay. Did she say Keith Thurman can't take a body shot? I hear that. All right, that was not the okay sign. She's doing something fishy. Yeah. Anyway, man, I'll take one more phone call, then I'm going to get off. All right? So if there's somebody out there who wants to call, we got 197 people on. We've averaged about 210 people, man, this whole live. It bubbled up to 270. That's pretty impressive, man. But the phone line's open. I'll take one more call, then I got to go. If I don't get that one call, I'm going to bounce, all right? So go ahead and call in. If not, I'm out. I'm going to kill it, but I want to end it with one more phone call. Last time we were able to end it with the other night with KT. That was an amazing phone call, man. And I played that shit about 5-6 times already, just laughing, man. KT don't hold back. But that's a phone number 210-642-9703. Get somebody to call in. If not, I'm gonna dip. All right. Isis says, "Have a good night." You do the same thing, Isis. Says, "Best night show on YouTube." I appreciate it, man. We have a good conversation, and make sure. Hopefully, y'all came in here. Y'all hit that like button. All right. I'm not going nowhere yet. Get one more phone call. So let's end it with one more phone call. You know what I'm saying? That's like our ready break right there. We get the last phone call in, and then we'll catch up tomorrow. Where we at here? She needs to find. She needs to go to bed. Go to bed. Enjoyed the show, Rhonda Jones. What's up? Glad you enjoyed it, Rhonda. All right, man. If nobody go call in, there we go. There we go. That's how you end the show, man. Go ahead, caller.
I figured, why not? Be the last call.
Go ahead. What you got?
This was a great show. I just have to say that. Great show. I wanted to bring up the fact that Claressa recently posted that she was in a movie and she was the main character in the movie. And
That was like 2 years ago. And she reposted, just bragging, like, hey, I was in a movie. I think it's because Remy Ma recently has been going live. If you haven't seen my last video, I did show.
I saw it. I saw it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I saw it.
What were you? Do you think that Claressa purposely posted that she's in a movie to say, "Hey, look at me, so was I. I was the main character"?
I wouldn't be surprised after listening to her interview today and understanding where she may be at, mentally. I think it's definitely a competition, and she wants to look a kind of way, and I did, because I didn't even know she was in a movie. I didn't know that. I had no idea.
Well, she reminded everybody.
Yeah, I didn't. I know she had the biopic, but being in a movie, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, the main reason why I even brought it up is just to point out that her main focus is not boxing anymore. It seems like it's competing. It seems like it's being a fashionista, Instagram baddie, and Pap's girlfriend. Oh, before you go, can you do the Pap? Wait, when I get off, do it, because you.
Oh yeah. I may be able to do that. Yeah, I can get it. Yeah,
I just wanted to say that I hope that she focuses back on boxing soon, because it's starting to be very apparent that that's not her first love anymore.
That's what it seems.
Yeah.
What it seems, but we'll find out soon enough, won't we?
Oh, sure. January. I can't wait to see what happens then.
Yeah, no doubt. Me too.
I hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you for entertaining us. And to all the callers that called in, they were awesome too.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. We'll talk to you. I'll probably talk to you tomorrow, okay?
Yes. Good night.
All right, take care. Good night. All right, man. So y'all want me to do the Pap thing. I got to find a way to work into that conversation. So this whole thing about Claressa Shields, man, I'm going to turn the phone line off now because I ain't taking that. The bottom line with Claressa Shields, man, I'm still rooting for, bad. Let me click this thing up. I'm still rooting. Oh, shit, somebody just called. Go ahead, caller.
Thank you for taking me. I just have one challenge for your audience before we go.
All right.
I just wonder if everybody can list a Papoose album that they bought or a Papoose song that they know, something other than the song that appeared. I guess he had a song running on a video game. But for me, I even felt like he had bars, but I couldn't even remember how I knew that. I heard him on a song somewhere. But for him to be who she thinks she is, because I think since he older than her, I think he might have kind of bamboozled her and made him think yeah, you was too young to know, but yeah, I was doing this, I was doing that. So if anybody out there purchased his album, saw him in concert, or know his album that hit the hardest or songs, please let us know, because I'm kind of following what Remy said, that he never had nothing going on. And Remy said that while she was in jail, when she came home to $0, that he spent all her money taking care of his other baby mamas, doing all kind of stuff, and then start getting it off the mud off of her again when she came home by doing the quote unquote "I'm your manager" thing. Same thing he did, signed up with Claressa. So that's all I want to say. If anybody knows, saw him in concert, had his album, please let us know. And thank you so much for your channel. I love it. I also noticed you seem like you just morphing in front of our eyes. Every time I see your face, you look better and better. I'm like, he be saying he running. What you be doing over there? You gonna have to start doing a channel on that too, because I be saying you just morphing. You looking good over there. So
what?
Just want to throw that.
Let me ask you a question. What morphins? What do you feel is changing?
I didn't want to say you look smaller because
You ain't gonna offend me, no.
Like you can. Okay, yeah. It looked like you getting thinner every day. I'm like,
really?
Every time I see him, he looks younger, thinner, skin looking more clear. Like I'm like, that's what's up. I don't know what you eating or doing over there, but it's working.
All right. Well, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Y'all have me
All
cracking
right,
up because if y'all, somebody asked me the other day, post a picture of you when you were young. I was like, I may do that. It had me laughing and shit, you know what I mean? Because I know there's a couple.
They got some extra panties on there.
Yeah, I see some of the comments. I see some of the comments. I just laugh, you know, but I may just throw that out there and you know, break the internet and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, well, we looking for it.
All right.
Have a good night.
All right, you take care. All right. Now, one thing for sure about this, the lives are cool, but when it comes to Claressa Shields, I'm sure, man, she probably like, yo, that guy Hood Champion, she probably looking over at her man like, Papoose, Pat. You gonna let Hood Champion talk about me like that? Huh, Pat? Went on Shannon Sharp, I'm trying to talk about myself, open up, become vulnerable. Papoose, give me that pumpkin spice latte, Pat. Papoose, Pat. Oh, shit. Oh, y'all got to get me going with that, man. Wait till I'm doing them videos. When I'm doing those videos, I'll be rolling, man, and that shit just rolls off, man. Papoose, Papoose. Hilarious, man. Hilarious. But, yo, tomorrow I got to go. My wife and I are going to be taking off at like 10 in the morning, man. We got an appointment. But I will do some videos. I may go do some videos, but that Papoose shit is hilarious. Like, I'm driving in the car with my sons. We'll be listening to the videos, and that Papoose shit comes on, and all my sons, even the young, we be in the car cracking up, man. So I'm glad y'all appreciate the sense of humor, because sometimes I'm like, man, I don't want these people get my sense of humor. You know what I'm saying? But obviously everybody gets it. I'm like, attitude. But I'm glad the crowd gets the sense of humor. All right. Okay, let me jump up off of here before Claressa and Papoose come and find my ass. And next, I got a goddamn headache. All right. Y'all take care. Y'all know what I'm in. I'm in the breeze.